Hi, and welcome everyone to episode 91 of the smobcast, where once again Ryou is evading his racist allegations,
Don't
and we're
open the
talking about
episode with
lost.
the racism allegations.
It's too late. But we're gonna talk about Lost Belt 8 servants. Not 8 servants. Lost Belt 6 Summer 8 servants. Lost Belt 6 Summer. Yeah. I mixed the numbers
like
up.
we do every
I mean,
week?
6s and 8s look the same. I do not
No,
get the
no, they
numbers
don't.
mixed up. I'll have you know that I've started memorizing the number episodes we're on, even though we don't put them on the episodes. Lost Belt 8.
True.
Oh, Jesus.
Lost Belt 8. Oh yeah, we don't have a Lost Belt 8, dude. It's Ordeal Call, which is also ended. That's crazy, man. What a journey we've been through.
Horrifying, horrible journey.
Yeah. What he said. But you know what? Let's start off with a controversial, a little bit. Maybe not as controversial now, servant, but let's talk about Chloe.
Oh, not Tonalico.
We actually gonna talk about
she
these
doesn't count.
Wow, I thought we were just gonna be like yapping about them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the structured
I mean-
is better. Easier, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we
Summer
could
Chloe.
just, like, give a short summary of how they work. Yeah, of course, her thing is, like, she gives the team a buff where, like, when they attack, they get their own little box, and then later she's able to remove those, and every time she removes one, it's 10% charge. That's basically her main thing. She also plugs herself out for free, which is pretty cool.
It's like Miss Crane without having to use the MP, which is honestly pretty relevant sometimes, I would say. More so for TAs, but yeah. Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Alright.
Yeah, we're allowed to stop talking for 5 seconds, alright?
No, I know. I'm sorry because no, my Discord like had a jitter.
Oh.
I don't know what's happened.
But yeah, Chloe she's had some sort of ups and downs in opinions over time. So like, I mean, I guess we can like give the shorthand criticism of like
The Buster
What?
looping thing.
yeah. So
That's the most popular thing about her.
yeah, her use I feel is kind of limited a lot of the time because I don't think her damage boosting is really that impactful. But like what people always bring her for is they want to have 30% charge on turn 2, and if 30% charge on turn 2 is not enough to justify her, it's really hard to justify her because the only way she is worth it is if there's a notable amount of servants on the field on wave 1, and then you need the charge on turn 2 because otherwise you can't plug her out and have another servant come into the field. So she's basically a worse 30% charger.
Yeah, again, she's a 30% charger with restrictions, but she swaps herself out. A couple of things that I use Chloe for, like realistically, I know Rio uses it for the Cosmo Drop thing. He'll talk about it later, I guess. I use her as a card shuffle. That's a strictly TA thing because obviously it doesn't matter in farming, but she is a free card shuffle that would also swap herself out. That also buffs herself. That also doesn't take up an MP slot. So for min turns where you're forced to do like Brave Chains every turn, which is like most min turns at this point because the HP has gone up a lot, she's a decent choice. Like you can also use Ruler Artoria, but Ruler Artoria doesn't swap herself out, so that is a problem. Right, so, and the other thing I use her for is when I need guts. She's a very good guts giver because she also swaps herself out. So, you don't have to like, I mean, a lot of the times when you need guts, the enemy is gonna use like an AoE MP and then wipe your front line. So sometimes it doesn't matter, but like sometimes when you need a guts, maybe you want to set it up for a later turn or whatever. Then having someone who switch out themselves is really good. So I have been like when she first came out, I glazed her for like a day, and then I've been hating on her for a long time. But then I feel like at this point, after people have gone past the Buster looping thing, she's again becoming a little bit underrated. I guess she's still a very good unit to have, I would say. So yeah, that's my.
I think
take
we're
on
gonna have a surge of it again, of people glazing Kuro for no reason.
I mean, yeah,
It's gonna happen.
but like the cost issue is very real, right? Like like people are gonna. It's not even like people are gonna slowly realize it doesn't work. They're gonna go into a team builder and they're like, oh, hold on, that doesn't work, you know. And another problem actually that I feel like it's more relevant now is because summer Kuro comps usually you don't get both cooldown reductions on turn 2, right? Like with summer Kuro, like a lot of times your second cooldown reduction from Koyan Light comes in on turn 3. And do you know the problem with that? The problem with that is
need that cooldown reduction early.
yes, it fucks wave 2 damage now that a pen 5 is a thing. There are so many steroids that you double cast on turn 2, so you have way better wave 2 damage, like Cuckoo. So Cuckoo is a very good example because people love like the wave 3 10 fucking million, not 10 million. Is it 10 million? No, not 10 million. But like wave 3 sometimes 10 million damage, right? Like with like Black Rill and then Buster looping with Kuro, but you actually sacrifice wave 2 damage. You actually lose wave 2 damage. I guess not if you're using Black Rill. Never mind. I take it back. But like, look, if you're using non-Black Rill, if you're using like just using it for the sake of greeting a 100% a no starting charge CE, like a bond boost CE, then you're actually losing damage on wave 2, right? So I feel like that problem actually got a little bit worse after a pen 5 comes out because there's a lot of incentive to use both the cooldown reduction by turn 2. So yeah, that's my yap. So sorry.
Kuro is plus the problem with Kuro is the cost, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
there's the cost issue of if you're running a 5-star DPS and you're running event CEs, you're running the like say a lotto, you're running all drop CEs, right? So you're running 5-star CEs and you're running, your 2 supports, Oberon, your DPS. The cost doesn't exist. It's not there. You cannot do it.
Yeah.
So like,
I think the only valid comp is if you're doing a low star, right?
yeah, and like the only time I see farming really that big of a concern, like the only time that you'd be wanting to like meet those damage checks because you're not going to be using Black Grail. And I mean, I guess to be fair, a lot of people, some people might do Black Grail in lotto farming, but like that's when being able to farm good it matters most, basically.
Yeah. Like it's cool, like you can do it, but in reality, if you're like actually trying to farm hard, then it doesn't matter. And if you're not trying to farm hard, then do whatever you want. But then when you can literally do whatever you want, then it means it's not that important to own a character like Kuro. But it's another thing with that though is like she's on the banner of like the best single target in the game. So like it's not like you're missing out on much. Like people can be like, oh, I want to greet for Summer Kuro, and I accidentally got MP2 Summer Castoria. Well, good, So I guess that's another thing to like. You don't actually have to push back too hard on recommending people on rolling Kuro because they might accidentally roll a god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
That's kind of how that works.
yeah.
He didn't even mention a Kazuo drop thing where you can have 3 minors in your front
yeah,
line.
no, I was gonna what?
Excuse
Nothing?
me?
I was gonna mention. Well, auto jumped ahead.
Nah,
But no,
jump back
there
forward.
is a one good team that uses Kuro, and it's double Kazura, Kuro, Geronimo.
And it's and that's
So,
purely
and
like
Kuro is not there for charge. She's actually only there because it just gives you a convenient extra damage buff, right? And then she leaves because you still need Atlas because you need 3 turns of cooldown reduction, and Geronimo only gives 1. So she's actually just there because Vich gives nothing to Kazura, and so Plug Suit wouldn't do anything.
unless the enemy's man.
unless the enemy's man, yeah. But yeah, no, it's just an easier, lower cost comp. So you're running only 2 5-stars, a 4-star, and then a 3-star, right? So the cost is low. So
Jesus,
I mean,
very loud siren outside my house after I said 3 miners in the front line.
Oh,
But yeah, another thing that I think this team like demonstrates something that people forget about Kuro is that her buffs are AoE. So if you're using multi-core with Kuro, you're actually getting more out of it. So maybe, I don't know. So it's a good thing. So sorry to cut you off, but keep going.
Yeah. Interesting servant. Like, her gimmick is pretty cool. The application is a little varied. I do think I actually have warmed up a little bit to her DPSing. Because
I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah, because the thing that always confused me is like her super effective is removed by her 3rd skill, which sounds pretty yikes, but in application, the way it works is basically you use their 1st and 3rd skill before you NP, and then you build up those stacks, and then on like turn 5 or 6 or whatever, you pop the 3rd skill, and then all of the servants that used cards during those 5 turns get a bunch of charge. So
yeah.
So
she's a useful servant to have. So it's good to get a copy.
Yeah.
And
it's not like necessary.
But... I do need to interject because I just finished putting it on or getting it to my computer. I was reading this morning webtoons, of course, like a loser. And I scrolled to the bottom and an ad showed up, and I couldn't screen record because the app blocks it, and I couldn't screenshot. So I had to go over and hook my phone up to my capture card because I couldn't find the ad anywhere else. I need to share this ad for you because it's the most egregious ad I've ever seen.
I mean, I know a lot of like Korean gooner ads, so I wouldn't be that surprised unless it's like really bad. I mean, what am I talking about? Fucking Arcoade, right? It's Arcoade.
Oh, it's one of those brown dust ads. I'm a little scared.
Oh, no, like you're just scrolling by and that ad starts playing. Like,
is it actually brown dust too?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Play that ad out of...
Look,
like you're just scrolling by and that flashes by as you're scrolling, and you're like, wait a minute, what happened? Otto, it doesn't show anything, so you can show it on stream.
Yeah.
Isn't it just
so this ad showed up, and I had
What is she doing?
She's eating, I guess. But like when you're scrolling by, you're like you double take and you scroll back up and you're like, it's gone, it's off screen. And you're like, what did I just see?
How the fuck
I mean, to be fair,
a ham like that? Why did you just chew on it? Like raw dogging it like that. Ugh.
Look, to be fair, when I go onto app media, it's also just porn on ads, no? Like, have you guys not experienced that?
I have
app media?
But no,
yeah, dude.
I wasn't referring to a webtoon website. I'm referring to Webtoon, which is an app and a company that does that, like, just
I know.
That's their thing. It's not I wasn't on a pirate website. That's the ad that was at the bottom of the chapter. Because there's always an ad at the bottom of the chapter. I don't care.
Look, Korean gooner games, like, come on. Koreans are good at...
I was like, I'm like, I need to screen record this. This is the most egregious ad I've ever seen. I couldn't screenshot it. And I'm like, this is horrifying. I just thought I'd bring that up. And show it on.
Thank you, Ryou, for showing off your gooner games that you're so interested.
I'm not. I would never play that game. That game.
This is the.
Yeah,
that's too
duality
for me.
Interesting.
This is the duality of Korea.
I hate myself for enjoying playing the horse game. I hate myself for enjoying the horse game because I used to play Idolmaster back in the 2010s, and
that's not even a Korean game. That's a Japanese game.
Another stat raising sims. I used to play stat, those like sim type things, and this is just like one of those. And I hate myself for playing it because I'm like, oh, I actually enjoy playing this, and I understand the gameplay loop. Because for like the whole time, no one could explain to me what the gameplay loop is. And then I'm like, once I realized the gameplay loop, I'm like, oh, it's actually not bad.
It's Football Manager.
Yeah, but it's not a bad gameplay loop. I'm not gonna lie. I was
I
like,
mean,
oh.
I
like,
couldn't
oh, I'm having
appreciate it
fun.
because I know nothing about horse racing. So after the first or second like Grand Prix, it just felt the same to me all the time. So I kind of just dropped it. But maybe because I was playing in Japan, the JP version. And also, look, side games, they always fucking VPN lock that shit. So I had to open up my VPN whenever I want to play it. Back when I first tried it, so it was like not a very good experience. So I guess, but I don't think I'm gonna try it though. I unfortunately I don't think I have time, and I'm not well versed in horse racing.
I do like that somehow.
I wish I was, but like Blue Archive gameplay is just I auto sweep like for 5 minutes every day and turn off the game.
I always auto sweep.
I will say I do like how I was sitting there and I started playing it and I'm like, okay, there's all these characters. I'm like, I like how this character looks. And I somehow picked the character that is canonically the worst character. And I'm like, oh, to the point where in their like career mode, every other career mode at the end, it's like you win the final race, right? And that's how you finish it, right? Their career mode ends on something that is actually just impossible to win, and you come in last place every time, and that's just how it ends every time. And I'm like, that's so sad. They have a canonical loser character, and I'm like, but I like the character, but they're canonically a loser.
That's so fitting.
I don't get it.
What?
I don't get what you just said. Like you're
so
it's a scripted loss.
Well, it's not scripted. It's just impossible to win. But like, because like you play through and you have to win, and at the end of like the career, you're supposed to like win first place at the final race, right?
Yeah.
And this one at the end, the race is literally impossible for them to win, and
Why?
So
because in real life,
because they're canonically a loser. And I guess like they're just canonically the loser who never wins, and so they cannot
one of the
win.
horses.
Yeah,
that's so Why would you roll for that character then?
It's not. No, they're a free character. They're like one of the starter characters. But I was like, I like their design, and I'm like, I like this character. And then I was like, wait a minute, it's just actually impossible to win. I'm like, that's kind of mean.
Maybe if that horse wins in real life, they could give it a buff.
Oh no, the horse. I looked it up afterwards. The horse actually ran 113 races in real life and won 0. So I understand.
Damn.
I understand. But I did look it up, and apparently JP players have managed to win through whaling and trickery. But
like surely sometime in those hundreds of races they would realize, damn, that maybe this thing isn't built for racing.
I don't know what the thing was, but like I was looking into it. I'm like, why does this character lose all that? Like, canonically scripted to lose, and I googled the name, and I was like, this is the one that's famous for never winning. And I'm like, I understand. It's like, wow, thanks, game.
Do you know Uma Musume broke 2 records that FGO had been holding?
What was that?
So number 1 is it has the most gender bent characters in a gacha game because every horse is gender bent. I don't think there's a single female racehorse. So all of them are gender bent. And number 2 is how long between JP and Global? It's 4-year gap, bro. What the fuck?
I know. 4 years.
4 years. 4 years. That's
now
crazy.
watch as it catches up faster than FGO. Watch as
it's a horse racing game. It's all about catching up. It's a horse racing game, so I wouldn't put it beyond them. What game? Uma Musume. Uma Musume just launched. The global server just launched like yesterday or like 2 days. Is it Friday or yesterday? Yesterday.
Like 4 days ago.
Remember. Oh, 4 days ago. Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. But my passage of time is fucked because I have been busy last week. I hated. I cut myself on the fingertip with a razor blade, and then because of that one little thing, I had to get patched up, and then I went home at like 8 on Friday night. I was the last guy to leave the lab.
What are you using a razor blade for?
I was cutting gels, PCR gels.
Okay.
Anyway,
anyway, that's my horse tangent.
Because
I didn't people. It was interesting because I've seen people re-rolling. I'm like, I'm not gonna re-roll.
Oh, I saw Pocket Chuck reroll and she got like 4 SSRs or some shit.
I got one of the cards that people say you should re-roll for, and then I just dumped the currency into, you know, that I was getting from playing it into the gacha, and I got the other card like yesterday. So I'm like, okay, I have both. I didn't need to re-roll for 20 hours. Congrats! Like what was it? What's the point? And I was like, all right. I'm like, I got like, wow, I didn't waste hours, and I'm fine.
Well, you're lucky. You've always been.
I have. It might be luck. It might be luck, but
after the last week,
that's a skill issue. That's a skill issue for everyone else.
Last week was me, by the way. That got 2
Oh,
SSRs.
right. That was you, right? Yeah. Usually it is Ryou, right?
Yeah, usually it is Ryou. I don't know if I should get into too many gacha games. I might play Blue Archive when but I don't want to. Do I want to play it when it comes to global? Wakamo's not a launch character, is she?
What do you mean global? It's already in global.
No, the PC port. PC port.
I mean, if you were gonna play it, I don't see why you wouldn't play the English version. But like, other than that, I don't know.
No, because I already played. I played through part 1 of Blue Archive. By the way, the finale of quote unquote, it's not part 1, it's like chapter 3 or something, but it's called like the finale. I forgot what it is, but like so the format of the Blue Archive story for the end of part 1 is like a series of raid bosses where like if you participate during the launch of that chapter, you get to raid for materials, and the final boss, your units get stronger the higher bond they are.
Oh, so it's Solomon.
Yeah. It's literally the exact same. I mean, I'm not saying they copied the format or whatever, because like it's barely.
They might have copied it. They might have copied it.
I just think it's funny. Like they must be fans of Fate Grand Order. I'd imagine. The devs. They must have played.
They just gotta put. When are they gonna put? When are they gonna put? All right, who's our underage character we're putting in Blue Archive Fate Grand Order? You know, we can. But does she have a gun? Actually, do they give the? I think
does
they
give
have
a water gun?
Guns. No,
no, all of them have guns. I mean, do the supports have guns? Like the one driving the ambulance? I don't remember if she had a gun. It's probably against the Geneva Convention.
The Brilliant Gang.
Yeah, she's supposed to be like a medic.
You know, they can just give Kazer drop a gun. That's fine. I don't know how many other children there are in FGO that you'd put in there. The FGO part to the same gimmick. What same gimmick? Guns?
No, the raid thing
probably.
Oh, the bond.
I mean,
I'm thinking they might actually not do that, and they might just like do grands.
Yeah, we already have grand. Grands is like the like intermediate version of that, right? Like you kind of need to, well, you don't need to have bonds, but like bonds help you in the sense of bond scene.
Watches it's grands, but you also get bonuses based on how high bond level your grand is.
Oh wow, your bond 15 Summer Castoria.
15 Summer Castoria, gonna crush it.
He's gonna delete like Murraysbury or something. I don't know. Wakamo is an anniversary student. I don't think she'll be on Raid Up when Ryou comes up, but she may be on the banner.
Wait, Ryou's coming out? Wow, when were you planning on telling us?
We're past that month. Wait, no,
not yet.
No, not yet. You still got a couple days, bro.
No, they mean Ryou. I think is if Curb's rantings are to be believed, the one of the adult women in the game that are playable that looks like an adult.
No way.
I
mean, it makes sense because you're the oldest
18.
one. Yeah, I think it goes
as
like
usual,
it caps
Ryou
at 18.
Is the oldest of the group.
I think it literally caps at 18. Like the age caps at 18. So yeah. I mean, do you even have to like, you know,
is that just when they stop aging, or?
No, I mean, they're students. They're like in a high school.
Yeah, I'm just imagining a character turning 19 and just ceasing to exist.
They just fade away.
That's the plot of that French game. but it's 33. What is it called?
It's true. That's Claire Obscure's flaw. They turn, except in Blue Archive, they turn 19 and they
It just
disappear.
die. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I still haven't bought it. It's not on sale. I hope it goes on sale during the summer sale on Steam.
Oh yeah, speaking of summer sale, yeah, this is a good time to recommend some multiplayer games, chat, because a lot of stuff is on sale. It is really funny seeing like the looking at the 90% off list, and you got
Marco,
stuff like that. That
can't even get a Switch,
not,
too.
not that one. It's Guardians of the Galaxy. I actually don't know. That was me opening Steam just to look at it, by the way. I actually don't know if the Guardians of the Galaxy game was good. It's just no one talked about it when it came out. And then there's a Star Wars game. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the one that people disliked. But they're like
I know.
super cheap right now.
I want to buy
more friend slop like Repo. Friend slop.
Isn't that free already? Oh no, it's not.
No, Repo's like $10 normally.
Yeah, and it went down to like they marked it down $2.
That's 20% off. That's how math works, Otto.
Yeah, that's enough to get you like a small fry at McDonald's, dude. Crazy money savings.
You can just sell like 10% of your TF2 items and buy it.
10% of them?
I'm just
I
saying.
don't know, man. I could probably get more than that for 10% of my TF2 items.
Yeah,
the problem.
crazy.
Yeah, the problem with that though is if you're selling stuff on the Steam community market,
go to a third-party website.
Yeah, but like, how am I gonna get Steam credit for that?
Oh wait, no. Then you sell on the Steam market. Oh, you mean you have to pay a tax? Yeah.
Yeah, the Valve tax.
Yeah, I am very hesitant on
Valve
selling
tax
some.
That is nothing because we're not using real currency on it.
Yeah.
Virtual currency.
Well, I mean, it's like service fee, I guess. I don't know. Platform service fee. I don't know.
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That reminds me, there was another game I bought recently, but it's a visual novel.
Is it on the Switch?
It is on the Switch, but I think it's only in Japanese on the Switch.
Oh.
Skip.
Yeah, no. It's a remake of a visual novel from 1997, and it gets to the point where you go in, and I went through like a couple of the routes, and I'm like, okay, there's the half American one. I go through, and then it's like, I'm like, come to my house, and this is how it opens. And it's like, man, 90, like that's America, all right.
What do you mean? Come to my house? Oh.
Yeah, the girl invites the guy to the house, and
what the
he
fuck
shows
is
up,
that
and
gun,
that's.
What the fuck is that?
Why is
This
he
gun looks like a butt plug.
Why is he dressed up as Waldo?
I don't know. It's American. But yeah, no, that's good old remakes of 90s visual novels.
Oh, Gang Beasts.
It's interesting.
60% off.
Oh,
that's probably not a whole
that's such
stream,
an old game.
But it is a silly game, at least.
The only thing I remember about it is Jerma and Star playing it.
Basically, every Let's Player has played it at some point. If they aren't one of those solo Let's Players, they've probably played it.
If they have friends.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way I didn't get that shit. Okay. Sorry.
They don't have a discount on the Steam Deck, though. Still $400. Oh, wow. Cyberpunk is 65% off. You can get that for $21 now. If
I think it's
interested.
such a worthy purchase. Like,
it is a really good game.
I've had a lot of fun with it. I mean, a lot less than I expected. I think I only have like 60 hours on record, which is a lot less than I thought. But I guess it's not a game that I play in the background when I'm just like doing stuff.
I'm so sorry for distracting us because we,
No,
we,
it's fine.
we
We have so little to talk about today, you know?
I know.
I mean, we're already rehashing the very first episode of the smobcast, so...
Wait, was that during summer 8?
Oh, that was during
Yeah.
summer 8, damn.
Yeah, it was in August, so it was...
I never watched that thing. That stuff was boring.
Yeah, I mean...
we can talk
oh,
about Suzuka. We haven't gotten to Suzuka.
Yeah. Yeah, Suzuka.
Oh, it's
yeah,
Otto's
let's-
favorite. Suzuka.
Heck yeah,
I
this
mean,
is my
she's pretty good.
grandmother. Whenever
Also,
the fuck
it's
that
like,
happens.
since when do I apologize for distractions? It was kind of a sarcastic apology because I was like, yeah, sorry for distracting. It was more so just a call of how long it's been since we
Yeah.
got off topic.
I mean, look, we just have nothing. You know, it's like I don't want to say it's like nothing. I already said it at the start. It's like I think the schedule is actually pretty comfortable. You know, 3-week event, but the third week is grand raids, and then 1 week of downtime, and then we get into another event. So like I feel like this is a lot better than FGO has been for a while. I forgot when was like FGO's like super dead. Like it's just like 2 to 3 dead weeks at a time, all the time. I don't remember when that was. Like sometime during last year. So like I think the pace of the game is actually fine. It's just like a lot, not a lot of stuff to talk about. That's the problem
No,
with like,
last
one
year with
gotcha.
OC3 was fine. I thought that it was. I understand people not being happy about the summer to OC3 thing, but like, you know what? We got like 2 story chapters pretty quickly. You know, it tied into summer.
I think it was definitely overhated. The only like criticism I can't like defend is it like you kind of just scammed newer players out of a welfare. Like if you're not that deep into the game, then you just lost the welfare, because summer is an event that everybody expects to always have a welfare. But OC3 technically did not give you a welfare. So like they maybe should have made a welfare summer passion lit. But other than that, I think it's literally better to tie it into a story, because like so many event scripts I don't give a shit about. I guess this is not the best time to talk about it, because I really like the Typhon event script, but that's like written by the Case Files guy. It almost feels like a collab. So like usually event scripts are kind of mid. So like I don't know. I liked it personally.
Yeah, I mean, technically the event does have a welfare, but
yeah, it's tied to story.
It's tied to story, and you have to be really far in the game to get that. So
yeah. I mean, it's not like FGO has that many old players.
I don't know if Hakuno is even good for new players.
I mean, it's still an AoE looper, like.
Yeah, AoE neutral server.
Would pick your own anti-traits as well. Like I don't think she's bad.
Yeah, but new players aren't even gonna know which what traits what. Let's be honest.
You can see it now in game.
Yeah,
they
but
updated it a while ago.
They're still gonna be confused about it, you know.
It depends on how new. But
I don't know.
Just tap on the enemy. It says it. I mean, I get that, but
holy shit! Undertale is $2.50.
I'm still not playing Undertale. I am a
Damn.
YouTube Undertale player. I play Undertale on YouTube, where I watch somebody beat Sans.
Yeah,
you live vicariously through
just
them.
one of the biggest spoilers in the game.
There's a
biggest meme
website.
in the game.
There's a Sans simulator website where you can play the fight in your web browser.
There's no fucking way, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just so you don't have to kill all the funny monsters.
It's not that difficult of a thing to beat. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it takes you a couple tries to get through, but like people act like,
play rhythm
oh man,
games.
Like this is the hardest thing in existence. I'm like, it's not that hard.
I think most of the challenges are no hit instead of just beating it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, you also play rhythm games. I think it might be a little bit easier for you, because you have prior experience. If I get sniped by this guy, I'm gonna
vague sense of rhythm.
I feel like Ryou's really talking himself up there. I want to see him try to beat it like really quickly.
I mean, I can pull it up and try. I haven't touched it in years, but yeah, sure,
Welcome
why
to-
not?
Yeah, welcome to Smobcast, where instead of talking about Suzuka, we watch Ryou play fight Sans.
There's only one thing I can say about Suzuka, which is I thought esports Suzuka was going to be useful in any way. It's not. It's not useful in any way.
Are you useful
I
at
have
all?
not. No, I have not used it in like 2 years. Even once, I've not used her a single time. I have summer servants that I TA with. I've not used her like ever. It's just not worth it in my opinion. Like I guess if you don't have summer Ibuki, is more of a justification. Like, I don't feel like it's like, yeah, there are niche cases where you can like use her with Cosmo Drop or something, but like, I just don't see it. I personally don't see it.
All right, Ryou, where's the stream?
Oh, you want me to actually do that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I thought we were committing to this.
Okay, fine. Once again, I'm gonna preface it. I haven't done this in forever, so I'm gonna fail. You know that, right?
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have said it wasn't that hard. So.
I'm just saying it's not that hard. Like in the grand scheme of things, if you're familiar with the game.
Did you stream?
Oh yeah, now we're getting the hedging.
Did you stream on your own? Like
I streamed it. Yeah, I did it on Twitch or
Oh.
YouTube. Like people
Oh,
have
really?
seen me do it. Like
Oh.
it's not like it's not like I did it and no one knows I'm just lying. I streamed it.
no.
Yeah, look.
Damn. All right, you made it past the very start. Actually, I'm probably not gonna put the audio too loud. I don't want to get claimed
Oh,
by...
is Megalovania claimed?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Megalovania.
doesn't Toby Fox actually hate that? Like,
Yeah,
people
he-
copy claim it.
he
I'm gonna die.
he does
I'm already died.
disagree with it, and basically the people who own the music for Undertale, because he wasn't the one who published it. They are very aggressive when it comes to claiming stuff on YouTube, and yeah, he does like if it's just a playthrough, like he does
I'm dead.
usually. He does remove the claim.
He's an item.
I know. I'm waiting for the HP to finish ticking down. Because if I remember correctly, if you heal up, it still ticks down the HP.
You might first try this. You have a lot of healing items.
No, I'm not
And
gonna first try.
I
it.
mean, he's not even halfway through.
Yeah, no, this is still like the beginning.
Just lock in, bro.
No, I can't lock in. I'm gonna die. Okay.
I don't remember if I ever actually did beat Sans. Like, I remember doing like a genocide playthrough on a friend's laptop in high school.
All right, that's bad.
Uh-oh. Oh,
See,
there it is.
there it is. I died.
I mean, that's only the first try. But yeah. While you guys are talking about that, very interesting thing happened to me for the past like 2 weeks. I already talked about it in my own server, but I thought it was funny to bring up during
I messed
during
up.
Smobcast.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I've gotten a lot of friend requests after my Counter-Strike matches, recently, and I'm
Yeah,
surprised
I'm not
because
having
I'm bad at the game, and it's not like I have like expensive skins that people really want. And like I don't know, I'm just bad at the game. I never do voice comms, talk to people. I mean, I listen to them and I do like chat and pings, but I don't do voice comms. So I'm like, why the fuck would you guys want to play with me? And then it hit me. because I was trying to theme my loadout around Koinskaya, so I have a full pink loadout. And
They think
also,
you're a girl. They think
also
you're a girl.
Oh my
and also
god.
I suck at the game. I think they think I'm an e-girl, and then they're trying to add me.
Are you kidding me? What kind of e-girl would play fucking Counter-Strike?
I don't know. And then all the people that adds me are like people with like 6,000 hours on the fucking game. I'm like, there's no way they want to like queue with me. We're not even in the same like universe in terms of competitive. I think they genuinely thought I was an e-girl, and then they added me because all of my fucking guns are super pink. My op is like full pink with a pink glitter charm on the scope. It is the most like fake e-girl gun that you can have.
Email maxing.
Yeah, and
They actually
also
think
your
I'm
username is Plushie Mistress, right?
No, it's
No?
Ploosh.
Oh.
It's just Ploosh. I'm not gonna
If
go.
it was
go
Plushie
by...
Mistress, that would be really funny because
well,
it's like,
that
okay, yeah, this
that
is
would be me
definitely a
trying
woman.
to actually. That would be me actually trying to bait people. I'm not trying to bait people. I like, look, I like having a theme. I'm not trying to catfish people. But yeah, so that's funny. I just got like 2 other friend requests just now from like a death match. Like, who fucking gives a shit about death match? I'm not that bad at death matching though. I think I'm just like really unfamiliar with the maps, so I always get like outpeaked. If it's like death match, I think I'm okay. I'm like usually not the bottom fragging guy. But yeah.
You know, you could just mash on the attack, like how good you like it doesn't
No, I
matter
know.
how
I know.
accurate
I know.
like it is.
I'm pacing myself. Don't worry about it.
Pink is a nice color. Yeah, pink. Look, pink skins pop from in the game, especially on those desert maps where it's like super sunny all the time. It is it's very noticeable. Like it is a very shiny skin. Everybody can see it.
Pink
Who decided it
is,
was the female color?
pink
I
is
don't
the
know.
color of meat. That is what is more masculine than uncooked steak.
I mean, it's not even that pink. It's like just super pinky pink. Like, yeah. I mean, I think neon pink is not like female exclusive at all. Like neon pink, people use that a lot with like, cyberpunk-esque aesthetics. It's not bad.
Oh,
But yeah. I also like fuchsia.
time for the funny
Fuchsia is a
bones.
nice color. But yeah, that's so funny. I mean, maybe that's not the reason, but I like to imagine that is because it is hilarious.
You know the secret with this attack? There's a secret with this attack.
He motions the direction. You don't have to like predict it. He motions it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were already at the part where he said the secret is I just don't attack and I win. And then you kill him anyways. Oh my god, Undertale spoilers.
Yeah, Undertale spoilers as we're sitting here watching him play the secret final boss.
Dude, you
Oh,
get
I'm gonna
spoiled like on Deltarune on day 1. Dude, like Toby Fox games are just gonna instantly get spoiled because of yeah.
Yeah, you know, in hindsight, yeah, this is definitely easier than plenty of Deltarune bosses, I'd say. It's probably by intent.
I have not started playing Deltarune. I know no auto plays it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Die there.
There's no fucking way to say.
Man, he repeats his attacks more than I remember. Damn.
I'm about to lose. I'm out of healing items.
I can't believe we're doing this before daily single. Oh wait, no, it is. Well, I mean, its timer is 3 p.m. But this is crazy, dude.
Oh, I'm losing.
I mean, you're not that far.
No,
well,
I just blew it. I got too ahead of myself.
yeah, you were only
Anyway.
a couple, like a turn or so
Anyway,
away.
that was my second try after not playing this for like 4 years. It's not that hard.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, well, maybe I assumed you were talking yourself up too much. That was
No.
pretty impressive.
It took me like 45 minutes to beat it the first
No,
time years
he
ago.
plays the other. You played the other rhythm game. Well, it's not a rhythm game for Undertale, but
All
like,
right.
you played one of them, right? What is it called?
No, I didn't.
It's
play
like an
Deltarune.
RPG. No, no, not that. But like you played like an RPG rhythm game thing with like cutesy characters. What is it called? I don't. You played it on stream. I don't remember the name. Have you not played a rhythm game?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean,
Everhood?
Ryou.
No, I don't.
Did you not play a rhythm game?
I've played rhythm games on stream. Yes.
No, like
Oh,
kind of
you're
recent.
talking about Friday Night Funkin', obviously.
No, not Friday Night Funkin'.
Do you mean like Rift of the Necrodancer?
I
Like,
think
I
maybe.
played that somewhere recently.
Maybe.
Muse Dash. Like I
Maybe.
played a lot of. I've played a lot of rhythm adjacent things.
Oh, wait, Rhythm? Oh, I know. You're talking about Deltarune.
No,
And
I already
it's-
said it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
How long was the sand
various
segment here?
rhythm.
Oh my god, you gotta cut out the sand segment, bro.
No, he's got to
All right.
tag it as the sand segment.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Sans Undertale?
No, just name it Sans Undertale. Make a note for that section. Just call it Sans Undertale,
Alright.
please. If you'll do me this favor.
All right. Well, now you need to go fight the Chapter 3 boss, final boss in Deltarune, just to prove how good you are
Yeah.
at the game.
I feel like that would have been easier on a control. I think when I did it on a controller. On this, I was just using my freaking arrow keys, which I feel was not as easy as if I did it on a controller. But yeah, no. Anyway, Suzuka. we forgot.
Oh
yeah,
my god.
Suzuka!
You know, one of my favorite servants that we have ignored on numerous occasions this stream.
You got anything to say, Otto, about this?
Every time Otto tries to talk about Suzuka, I do my best to distract us.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
willing
you know,
to
that's
fucking
pretty mean
boot up the
because-
Sans fight to cut
yeah,
him
that's
off.
pretty mean because when we talk about Tonalico, I just go play Clash Royale or something. Okay.
Yeah, you just but I actively see while you may ignore me, I actively detract from your ability to converse about them.
Okay, well, you can go work on your no-hit Sans playthrough. We'll talk
No,
about
I'm actually
the most.
I'm
base
actually rushing
servant
through my
for this.
Nikkei dailies because I forgot to do those, and I have 30 minutes left, and
Do
I have
you
to.
guys ever remember to do those? Like every time I hear about Nikkei, it's like, oh, I forgot to do the dailies.
Well, Nikkei players, they're distracted usually. Easily
Distracted by the ass.
But they're-
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
booty
that
shaking
Shiva
from
got
her face.
an anniversary art. We'll look at that later.
Oh yeah, so it was
Okay.
Shiva. I
Nikkei
didn't see
dailies
the
are
new
actually
ones
really
today.
fast, by the way. They don't take. The reason they're easily forgettable is because they take like 5 or 6 minutes to do like everything, and so like it's easy to just kind of forget when you're not like focused on something new there.
It's
Anyway,
stop
Suzuka.
curing Mirage.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes.
Suzuka.
So I like that she's able to support summer team members. There's a lot of good, farmers when it comes to summer servants like Summer Ibuki. You can run Kazura drop with her, and that's like one of the more legit options. Yeah, she actually has the same damage boost as as Chloe in that regard because she has 20 attack, 20 NP damage, and then cooldown reduction as well. She also has like this on attack gimmick with crits, which is pretty cool. It helps her push damage, and since she's a rider, it's not too hard to get her to crit. The cooldown reduction is really nice on her because it means her first skill has like you don't even need to use someone else's cooldown reduction. It's going to be up for 3 turns, then it's up again. Great. Then her NP is like so strong, like 2 anti-traits and Pierce and Vuln.
Yep.
The only issue with it is it just has bad refund and might not make all that many stars because it's only 5 hit.
Telling me a quick unit's got bad refund in the year 2025?
What in tarnation?
What in tarnation you talking about there, son?
Hallelujah.
But yeah, I mean, she's pretty underrated, I would say. One of the stronger DPS AoE riders, like even when compared to 5 stars, I think. Because like 5-star AoE riders, a lot of them are, well, after, I guess, like, I would say Odysseus definitely became a highlight after the MP upgrade, but like before that, a lot of them feels pretty whatever, you know? Like their damage isn't the greatest, they don't have anti-traits and all that, so I actually think she's pretty good for boss killing. Farming, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I've used her for her utility a couple times. I've never used her for farming, but I understand the appeal. She's like a slightly worse Summer Ibuki when it comes to supporting.
For the cooldown reduction, yeah. I mean, depends.
Like when you're looking for the cooldown reduction, yes.
Depends if you're quick. Ibuki doesn't buff quick, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah.
She has decent.
She'll be better.
Yeah, and she I guess cooldown reduction has become more and more common that they would just tag onto a random character. So like it doesn't feel that exclusive anymore. Like they gave it to Typhon. Why did you give it to Typhon? Whatever, it makes no sense. But you know, it's just they kind of just give it to whoever at this point.
It actually is a good thing to have because if a character has, you know, it allows them to set that character's cooldown 1 higher, right? And then they can normally use it selfishly, but it allows them to then be slotted into multi-core teams and instead contribute to someone else. It's actually such a good thing. Like, yeah, your cooldowns may appear 1 higher because of it, but when in reality they're not. But it also gives them utility elsewhere.
I guess the idea is you can share your cooldown. Okay, that doesn't make that much sense, but you know what I mean. Like you can like willingly sort of share your cooldown with another guy.
Yeah, that's kind of what that's entirely the purpose is to you sacrifice 1 turn of your cooldown to reduce someone else's by 1. So it's a good thing. I like it. I like that they have been giving it out more often because it just makes more units usable in these like multi-core situations.
Yeah, I think a Pen 5 also helps with that. Like just minimum like cooldown reductions less than double Koi and Light is actually not a meme anymore now with a Pen 5 because like back before for farming like you're not gonna get your skills back, but now yeah, pretty often.
Yeah, anyone who got their skills back on turn 3 now can get them back on turn who got it back on turn 2 now can get them back on turn 3 with a single Koi and Light.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is fine for a lot of units.
Yep.
Good enough for me. I mean, I don't farm. Funnily enough, despite the busted units I use, I actually don't use Koyan that much.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
It's beneath me.
I mean, I think farming has gone full circle. Like we have like once again departed the system meta where like you're trying to fit every DPS into the same team. We're going back to just spam charge, spam buffs, and then use MP 3 times. Like it's kind of like
now you're not using it with K scopes. Now you're using it with like actual
nothing
like, CEs.
Yeah,
It-
you just have too many charge and skills, like in general, like nowadays.
Well,
They just
okay. It's not that there's too many. It's that there's a couple of characters that are too good at it.
I mean,
Like Lohi and Tonalico.
yeah, but like then again, I feel like, for example, the Taikobo battery is so common. Like you can just find it on some random goober character, like Beniema. Like why the fuck does she have that? You know, like for example, it's just like some random character would have self 50 and then party 20. It doesn't even feel unique
Nursery
anymore.
rhyme nowadays.
Yeah, nursery rhyme. Like what? Huh? And obviously, you got Caskill, and then new characters. Typhon has it. Like there's just so many units that have this. I feel like there's so many party charge skills or like MP charge skills nowadays that it really just makes a lot of this possible even without any starting charge CE. And not to mention a lot of events have 50 starting charge CEs. And if you don't MLB it, I mean, you probably want to MLB it because usually those aren't the drop bonuses, but they're 30. Like 30 is a lot of times enough. Because you have a pen 2 as well, right? That's another source of charge. You just have so much MP charge. Like MP charge is like free. It's like inflation. Like that shit's not worth anymore. Not worth anything anymore. You know?
I do agree. I mean, it's still worthwhile, but like,
it's
it is
good.
easier than ever to spam NPs. Which does make some early units feel a little worse when their NP game's that bad, but
Yeah,
what
I
are
agree.
you gonna do?
I agree. Like a lot of units, if they were designed today, you would be like, oh, they would have like a lot more charge than that, even if their damage is still like what they are. And like especially units that got early buffs. Like I just talked about how Skahak is like really good, but Skahak has 20% charge. Like that is like kind of unacceptable for modern SSRs at this point. So like it's just she's still like god tier. Don't get me wrong. Like everything else is perfect, but like the charge really shows the age. I would say for a lot of servants. Other than Draco, she doesn't have. Well, she has a lot of passive charge, so I guess it makes up for it. But yeah.
Yep.
Much to your dissatisfaction.
I don't mind that much anymore. It's not like I'm gonna snipe the Draco runs. Her runs are still pretty popular. Like she's still a very popular SSR, so like it's often getting sniped. Whenever I'm actually doing her runs, it's like the runs that haven't been done yet left are the ones that only use her buster cards because nobody wants to do that shit because the RNG is bad. So her charge actually does not matter most of the times. I forgot what the last time was when I used Draco's MP for TAs. Like I genuinely don't remember. It has all been triple buster and then just Van Gogh crit. And that's it. Dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that for a couple that like for Castoria. Like what am I gonna do here? Like I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna run that.
Did you guys do it
I'm
daily
not
singles? Not yet.
I'd have to wake up at like 2 a.m. and immediately do the run and then upload it like to get that. And I'm like, no. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna. Which is why I'm glad that normally the Tonalico people aren't that quick on it. If I slack though, they do end up posting it. But like,
I will say Tonalico's runs are usually significantly harder. Like, yes, she is a strong caster, but like she's still a caster and has all those problems with like weak cards and all that. Like a lot of her damage is on her MP, right? Especially if you do the evil thing. So I think she is her runs are like legit kind of difficult sometimes. But Summer Castoria is just no. I don't think she has run into a single TA that was difficult. To be fair, that's most berserkers, but still, like she has not run into anything that has been able to challenge her to a meaningful degree, I would say, which is kind of stupid. Yeah,
Castoria.
I can't believe we edged into that character again before you even finished.
But she's the one on. She's edged.
Why would you say?
Yeah, we edged along until we got to Castoria.
Get edge, bro. I mean, Suzuka is a very.
Do you know what that means?
Suzuka is a very edging character.
I know what the normal definition is.
I usually edge when I use a Summer Suzuka.
The edge of a blade. It's the
like Stellar Blade, where you edge to it whenever you play the game.
What?
like Stellar Blade, where you
What?
edge to it whenever you play the
What?
game.
What?
What?
Eh?
Anyway.
But yeah.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah, Suzuka's most popular thing about the character is her animation. I don't think like
I was gonna say the most popular thing is about how she friend zones you.
well, yeah, that's another thing, but like I think it's her animation where she just like
which-
jiggles. It's pretty
I'll
high
say
quality. To be
is
honest.
not a problem unless you're some loser. Because Suzuka, I believe, is very still much devoted to her master from Extra, right? Or not Extra, but like CCC or Foxtail or whatever.
Oh yeah, that weirdo, bro. I
Damn.
don't know
Damn,
what
you-
he sees in him. To be honest.
damn, you got more resentment for this guy than I do.
That fucking weirdo,
I don't
dude.
know anything about this guy, to be fair.
I mean,
Yeah, but it was funny to see
I read Foxtail.
people-
He's a pretty big loser, dude.
But it was funny
I'm not
to see
joking.
when Suzuka first came out, people crying about them getting cucked or NTR'd by this dude still. And I'm like, man.
I'm not
cares?
joking, by the way. I read Foxtail, and I do believe he's kind of a loser. He's kind of a loser. I'm sorry.
Man, I wonder why
I-
you read Foxtail.
Yeah, I wonder why as well, because there's like barely any Tamamo at this point. It should just be called Sakura 5 Interlude.
It does
Like-
kind of go with the Soccer 5 a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Tamamo, dude. They're still trying to resolve the oh my god, Hakuno. I don't want to let you know I'm Tamamo because Tamamo was an evil character in the past. Like, dude, we have like that shit's not been resolved in like what 5 years. It's such a slow like that's just fate though. You know, fate, strange fake. We ain't ever seeing the end of that shit. So like it's just fate being slow. Fate either being slow or dead. You know, like Requiem.
Peace Requiem.
Dude, this gun is so bad. What the fuck? Sorry.
It never scored. You know, Requiem is just pitiful. I'm like,
Dude,
oh.
it just got absorbed by FGO, like all the characters.
Yeah.
I mean, Hijokoyo's cool. I think Hijokoyo's super cool. But yeah.
Damn.
Literally one volume.
Strange
No.
Fate is one of the-
I mean
talking
the
about-
anime. I mean the anime, guys. The fucking anime.
Anime?
1 episode per year.
Oh.
It's insane. I mean, it's not 1 episode per year. We're probably getting like 2 episodes per year. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Apparently, it's supposed to be an OVA, so I guess it makes a little bit more sense, but holy shit. It pisses me off a little bit. It genuinely pisses me off a little bit because I think we could have gotten a Strange Fate collab, but like right now, if they want to do a Strange Fate collab this year, unless people already read it, they wouldn't know who the fuck they are. Because like there's just barely anything happening yet. Like and we got Richard, and then nothing happened from that. I don't understand. Anyways,
Yeah, and there's not gonna be an anime. Or sorry, there's not gonna be a collab this year, I don't think.
yeah, I think they just said, oh, the Typhon one counts or by, so kind of unfortunate.
No, what I
Because-
think is they were like last year we did 5 to 10 collabs. So
well,
this year,
collab servants, not 5 to 10 collab events.
yeah. Well,
I guess if
But-
you want to count
but here's the
OC3
thing.
because of Hakuno,
People-
but like,
people care more about the servants than the event.
that is
and
not wrong. You're not wrong on that.
So that it is what it is.
But yeah, I look forward to next week though. Oh, sorry.
So yeah, Suzuka's damage. Suzuka's damage is surprising for AoE writers. It's like with AoE writers, I don't know. Maybe it's just because AoE writers just generally aren't that hard hitting. Like that, like her with anti-Earth, she's hitting barely under Iskandar if they're both in P1. And Iskandar is like one of the highest AoE like neutral damage servants out there, and it's also a 50% mana burst, so and that's gone after 1 NP.
Yep.
So
That's pretty impressive. I think other than Iskandar, like they just all have bad damage. Like Odysseus after the upgrade is fine, but like before the upgrade, who's even another rider that like not even Drake does good damage, I think. Especially considering she has like one
Drake
buffs.
does have damage issues. Europa's damage isn't that great. She does have anti-earth, but it's in a not as cool way.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
and
kind
the
of funny.
anti-charm is inconsistent as fuck. It's 60%.
Yeah, Medusa actually genuinely has some pretty solid damage against one target now.
Oh yeah, because
It's
she has
like
the
40k.
100. She has 100 power mod against stun, right?
It's 50, but she still has like.
It's only 50.
I think it's 50. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only 50. But she also has like a nice attack buff, and then the NP upgrade and free NP5.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Riders as a class kind of suck. That's why I've decided.
I think single targets are good though.
No, I hate them.
I don't.
For the bit. I'm gonna
I actually like the class because it's like the highest base absorb. You don't have to bring any sort of support.
Who cares about stars? I'm gonna though when the rider dailies come out, because I have 2 NP4s. I have Nemo and Maid Alter. If either of them come to me during the rider dailies, they're the one I'm gonna grail to 100 and grand. And if neither of them come, I'm gonna do a coin flip between Constantine and Ryoma just to see.
Constantine?
Constantine would be funny.
As a 120?
No, it's a 100. It's just grand for the grand thing. So I can do the
You're actually going to. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna. Yeah, of course I'm gonna do the grand thing. I have to do it. So I have to waste 5 rails on the rider.
What I was gonna say is you're actually gonna run into a TA where your Constantine cannot die because he's 100. He usually doesn't die, but
he doesn't die.
I know, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's like people warning me. You should have fed your MP3 into a level 70, and I didn't listen. And I feel like I'm gonna pay the price.
That being said, if you make him a grand, then he can get he can also get the bonuses because like that means he gets more self-charge. That means he's gonna get more from his cards. These are things that might be useful in some support scenario.
I think if I don't get anyone, I'm gonna have to be picking support anyway. So I'm like, I might as well, pick. There'll be a million Aussies, and I figure if I end up with Constantine, not the worst combo, right? To like knock it out of the park.
Yep. I mean, there's always Rhaenys, so there's gotta be no charge issues for Raiders.
Oh yeah, you're right. Just run Rhaenys, Constantine, friend Aussie. It's not. No, okay.
Yeah, like because Ryder actually has a decent backlog of supports. I mean, I say decent. It's just Constantine and Rhaenys, but like you're not lacking charge because of Rhaenys because it's a 50 charger. So you're never using your Bond C as a starting charge C most cases. So yeah. They could also make the Grand Rider raid boss have an innate defense up, so you have to use Iskandar, but I don't think they're gonna do that. That would be kind of stupid. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I hope there's like a couple weeks between anniversary and the next the NA summer because I do want to make a video on Suzuka. But I just haven't had any time as of late because I've been preparing for a move. So that's supposed to happen in a couple days, and
honestly, I don't get people who can upload spoken content on a daily basis because it took me so long. Like I had to work during all my break times in order to push out that relatively sloppy Destiny Order video within like 3 days. I literally used 3 of my lunch breaks just editing at work just to finish it. So I don't understand how people have so much time to do like every day they can make a spoken video. I think it's just crazy. It's actually
And a
insane
lot of
how
those
much
where they're
time
just
they have.
actually just yapping on stream and
Well, yeah,
know.
but like if you do any, I mean, not honestly, no. I've seen some of them. They have edits for like skill, for like skill info as well. I don't understand. I don't understand how you have so much. I guess I'm not the most diligent worker. Like if I just stop wasting time on Counter-Strike, maybe I can finish it more diligently. But like, dude, I don't know. Don't you get tired? I mean, I know some of them are like full-time content creator. Then that makes sense, of course. But like if you're part-time, I don't see how you do it. It's just actually insane. But they're not minimal editing though. Like I genuinely watch them because I felt so frustrated last week just trying to do that shit. That I was like, there's no way they actually have editing in these. But they do, which is crazy. Anyways, I don't know why I brought that up. But yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
maybe you'll get time, Otto, to
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be right away. I think it's gonna be the second week of the month of
Year.
July.
Jesus Christ, man. That's too much of a delay. Thank you. Anyways,
Yeah, pushed it out
do
pretty
we
far.
do we have to talk about this thing? Like,
No,
What,
no,
Astoria?
yeah.
No.
Roll for her, dummy.
it's I guess the only question is like, is MP1 worth it? MP1 can be the start of higher MP levels in the future. And I will say, I don't know. I actually want to. No, you wouldn't know either because you don't have MP1. Well, you have MP1, but you don't use her at MP1. I just wanted to like know like, is MP1 actually like viable in multi-core? Like, how viable is she? She definitely is to some extent, but like, how viable is she at MP1?
You're definitely not asking the right people because both of us have NP5s.
I actually had her MP1, and I've only used her in her.
Why are
her
you
own
asking
event
us
for
then?
multi-core. No, I've only used her once during her.
Here's
event.
the thing with Castoria. I 120'd her like the day she came out, so I have actually zero experience using this character at anything but 120 NP5.
MP3.
So
I don't know about MP3. I mean, I guess you have to snipe traits if you're at MP1. But yeah. But like that was the one thing I gave like Lilith over Castoria, because I think Lilith's damage at MP1 can actually kill things in 90++, but I don't think Castoria's damage without traits at MP1 can kill anything in 90++. But she's good at spamming her MP, so it's not the same, but you know. But I'm not like 100% like sure about that sometimes.
hey, like in JP now currently, I mean, even if you have her like at MP2, I think if you if you grand her, her attack is quite a bit higher.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
it definitely
true.
will
You
help.
can grind her.
I think
Yeah, if you grail her,
nowadays
yeah.
in JP, if you grail her to 100 and you have MP2, she'll be very serviceable.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Also, the thing is like
'cause
her traits are easy to hit.
what MP2 and granted gives her like an attack stat closer to her at 120 at around 100. So like it's not like it's not that bad actually.
Unless hurt me and ass. That's funny. Oh, here's the other thing, because people are like, oh, Lilith. So the same thing's gonna happen to Kama and Grand Assassin. No. Because Fuma Kotaro. So people are like, oh, they're gonna make sorry, this is like completely
just
off.
make a charm immune. Like
No,
if it's
they're
Kama
gonna.
or King Hassan, she's gonna be in trouble regardless.
Isn't King Hassan 100% charm resist?
Yeah, I guess Fuma is like 100%.
Yeah, Fuma.
down.
Yeah, 100%. Debuff resistance down. So Fuma can actually save Kama, unless it's Kama. The only character that can stop Kama is Kama in Grand Assassin, which is funny, but yeah. I'm not gonna grand her anyways. So, yeah.
Wait, you're not gonna grand Kama? Who are you doing for your
Koyan Light.
assassin? Oh. Loser.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, I can use a compass, but
Yeah, why not farm the easy mode and then change
I don't know if I care about farming like that much anymore. Do you know how many runs I did for the Grand Berserker?
Hundreds.
635.
Why?
I just don't, Because I bond 15 Lilith. That was the goal. I got her to bond 15.
Why?
So I don't know. I just feel like I don't have the incentive to do. And like, look, 600 plus sounds crazy, but it's
It
not
is.
that crazy.
It
No, it's not that
is.
crazy.
Actually,
If you
no.
go on
When
the
you think about it, for lotto boxes, how many runs is it normally to do one lotto box, right?
Right.
Say you're at full drop CEs. Like how
It's
many
like
runs is it
3,
per
I
lotto
think.
box? Right, so it's like 3 runs, and if you do, like, people commonly do 400 runs, right? Or
Yeah.
400 boxes, right? And so that is over 1,000 runs. People do more than 1,000 runs all
And
the
also
time.
lotto farms are 3-turn farming. This
Yeah,
is a
whereas this can be
1-turn
one
farm
turn.
for me. So honestly, this is why raids are scary, because it's like it's so fast. It is so fast. You would like it gives you a dopamine hit how fast it is sometimes. You're just like,
Yeah,
oh, it's dead. Oh, it's dead. Oh, it's dead. Oh, my QP is only
Lottos-
at 3 billion.
Lottos are also across the span of like a couple weeks.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah, this
2
is
weeks.
only
as
a week.
And this
opposed
was 1
to
week.
yeah.
Yeah, so we did half the runs we would normally do for a lotto.
No, you have to do twice as many.
Oh, you mean in terms of speed? You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, like you'd have to degen pretty hard for it.
Honestly, most of the runs I was doing was during last week's smobcast. I just did it nonstop while we're talking, and like because like
You did several
I can't
hundred
really.
during that time.
Yeah,
During
I
an
think I did
8-hour
like
stream, I did 300 during an 8-hour stream.
yeah, I think I did 2 to 300 as well during that. It's like
Jesus, man.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just nonstop. Well, single target. Well, Lilith. I mean, I granted Lilith. That's kind of a. Well, it's not really a cheat button, is it? I used a black grill, so that's more of a cheat button, so I don't have to charm. But yeah, it is.
I also use Black Girl with Castoria, so like, what do you want?
Also, like,
Castoria can do it without Black Grail, but like, I'm not.
it's not consistent, right? Yeah.
Well, no, it is, but it
Oh.
requires so much more setup. I would
Oh, you
rather
gotta swap in stuff.
I would rather
Yeah.
just go in with Kiyohime and Eric Bloodaxe and press like 3 buttons, because that's all you do, and then kill.
I see. But yeah, and I think you're right. I think you said during your stream that you're never gonna hit QP cap. I think it's so hard. I literally did 600 runs, and then I'm like at 3 billion. There's no way you hit 9 billion, dude. Like you would need to do like 2,000 runs. I mean, I guess if you do max QP, maybe 1,000 runs.
For the lotto, at least we won't be like
Hitting cap.
the worst part about the lotto was I would hit cap every time, right? And
Yep.
now I don't need to worry about that. I can
Yep.
only now hope and pray that they give us a 5-star experience instead.
Yeah. They kind of need to do that for incentive, but the only other incentive for Lotto right now is mana prisms. Yep, mana prisms. It's so bad. I think the mana prism situation is insane. But yeah,
nice. You got a moist critical video title there. The mana prism situation is crazy.
Yeah,
Like if you actually do that, you should make that.
Yeah.
Just make that video with the thumbnail and.
Well, I mean, it's no longer gonna be crazy because of the Lotto. We can take a look at the Lotto pre-campaign like event servant list if we want. I think it's more. I think it's a bit more interesting than
actually.
looking
You can just pull. I think I can view the next event bonus list.
Yeah, because he likes showing off how many servants he has. Let's do that.
I thought you were gonna go to the news page of the event.
No,
we could, but I already
we
have
can
my
just do it
thing
this
up.
way. I don't feel like pulling up the page right now.
Okay.
Anyways, let me shrink the window since we were looking at sands before.
Dude, who fucking designed the P250? I'm sorry. The Lotto has.
There we go. So are all
Look at this.
these are the ones, as I've heard.
Oh, Lohi is a bonus. I forgot.
And Lohi has a bonus.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Disgusting. People are gonna use
Trash
this shit.
Sisters, Ibuki, Arjuna, Bhima.
Be my balls.
Vritra, Karna, Ozzy, Alexander, Scotty,
Cuckoo,
Anastasia,
Summer Buki,
Mamo.
Summer Scotty. Yeah.
Why are you
Caster
jumping ahead
Scotty.
on me?
Because who cares about whether or not Anastasia has a bonus?
You have Cuckoo
Someone
and
might care.
Quetzalcoatl. There's a theme there, and then you have the
like,
Hindu
maybe
brothers.
one
There's
person,
another theme
but-
there.
Look, but Wangina has bonus.
It's
I saw that
weird.
one coming.
It's about like sky gods, is it? Sky
Oh,
gods.
I actually didn't do that to like get you. Only after I clicked it did I realize I'm like, oh, he doesn't like Wangina's FA for some reason. Like, I don't know what your problem is with it.
It just
Like,
looks
it-
weird.
Oh my gosh, it's not that weird looking.
Yes,
It
they
is.
do
It's
look
only
weird.
weird. It's only weird because you react to it.
No, they look weird.
Yeah,
People
and
do
so
agree
do
with that.
Ibuki's grippers.
Yeah, but that's
Like,
not a
this
craft
one look-
essence that the
Yeah,
artist
but
didn't
no,
even
no,
draw.
it's just her FA. Look, this is also her FA. Look at that. You tell me that's not weird. Look, that's weirder looking.
Look, man, if you're half snake, you're probably gonna have weird feet. Okay.
Look, man, if you're half Australian, you're probably gonna have weird feet as well. So I'm just saying.
No, she's just an
Cuckoo
alien.
as well.
Yeah, just take the Oster out of it.
Go back to the screen. Stop being a coward.
But yeah, Cuckoo and Ketz is an interesting duo. Ketz can definitely use a buff. The Tamamos are also there, like base form Tamamo, not the fake ones. So a lot of these are gods. I don't know what the theme is gonna be. A lot of these are like divine spirits. Just so many divine spirits. Like
This is where we get Camazots. I swear.
maybe, because isn't Nitocris? Nitocris's voice actress is gonna show up
Oh.
during the stream, and I think she was added not last minute, but she was added. Initially when they advertised the stream, she wasn't gonna be there, but then they added her.
If it's Camazots, that's the biggest pre-anniversary
weather.
bait we've ever had.
Oh, true. It could be weather related because Ibuki can control the weather. Karna, there's sun gods, a bunch of sun gods actually. So many sun gods. What the fuck?
Does this Scander have to do with
Speaking
that?
of weather related,
But there's also a lot of kings or like rulers.
Iskandar is technically a pharaoh, right?
I hope the power doesn't
Yes.
go out again. That would really suck.
What?
'Cause I'm hearing thunder and rain and such.
Oh,
If the power does go out, I'll try to boot the stream back up.
all right. Well, as we were talking about weather, that's unfortunate. But yeah, we also have Mexico, the city of Mexico, and yeah, she's also weather, right? She's like lightning.
Yeah,
She
Ushi
doesn't have
Kings.
weather abilities.
Oh, and Rama's a king. You're right. Kings
Yeah,
and
but
weathers.
I mean, Gwaine is the sun knight or
Yeah,
whatever.
he's the sun. Yeah. He's weather. Kings and weathers. Who's a king and has what weather does Kamazots have to?
Well, hold on. See, the thing is Kamazots is a king, but he's in the darkness, and like Amaterasu is usually like for the sun, right? Himiko, I feel like is related to the sun somehow. Gwaine with the sun. I'm like,
It's all the
it
sun.
makes sense. It's all sun, and you know,
A sun event with a bat.
sun and kings.
Sun and kings and bats, like Batman. Batman in the daytime. I don't know. This is a lot of cope at this point, but like I do think they should release Kamazots before fucking part 2 ends. Like, come on, man, what is happening?
Yeah, it'd be nice if it's Kamazots. So that's the biggest pre-anniversary bait, though. Like,
Oh yeah,
for real.
did Typhon into Kamazots? Typhon wasn't even that popular. I think she would have been way more popular if her timing wasn't right before like Annie. But if they drop Kamazots, boy, they know how to bait you. And I'm gonna be real, Kamazots versus like potentially fucking Galahad during Annie. I do not give a shit about Galahad that much.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I would take Kamazots over Galahad any day. Like,
Yeah,
because Galahad, yeah, he's been like a presence in the story, but like Kamazots was like the coolest character from Lost Belt 7.
Kamazots was
And
cool, yep.
I felt bad for him. You know,
Lotos
you
have 2
sympathize
story
with him.
nodes. I mean, do they always only have 2 story nodes? Like, I mean, Christmas don't. Christmas have a lot
No,
of stories.
sometimes they have more story nodes.
I know this is not Christmas, but yeah. Interesting. And I hope one of the I hope Tom Lancer gets a buff before Grand Lancer, so I can grant her.
Is that your plan,
Howard.
Tom Lancer?
Yep. Interestingly enough, though, again, I think I brought it up last time, but Nasu did say it's like one of the interviews, I believe, with Nasu. He did say if Kamazats was summoned as a normal class, he would be a Lancer. So there could also be the possibility that he's the Grand Lancer. Probably not, but you know.
So I just opened Twitter, and apparently FGO's putting like ads in the newspaper.
Yes, with
Like,
different art as well.
Like, look at this, because Choco's posting like, I went to the convenience store, and they're like, the newspaper's not here yet, and it's like, how do they know?
Because that's what the Under the Same Sky was during Fifth Annie. Is they would
Oh yeah,
post,
isn't it Over the Same Sky now?
Yeah. This is like
Such a dumb name.
This is like a redux of that. They're posting different art. I think there are definitely Twitter accounts that compile them. There's one where Herc is skydiving or some shit. Which is funny.
Do they lift him in like a helicopter or something? Like
I don't know. He's falling. He's just falling. I think he's skydiving.
I'm just getting this image in my mind.
Oh,
Have you seen those videos of people like airlifting like cows and such?
Yeah.
And they put like the harness on them, and they're just awkwardly hanging there.
Oh no!
Just
Somebody
imagine that
brought
with
up a
Herc.
good. Yeah, with the megalos as well. So somebody brought up a good point. Kings and gods and weather. Zeus. But look, at this point, first of all, like, really, are we really getting Zeus before like Aphrodite and Demeter? Like, look, not to be a gooner, but like, come on, I would rather take the female Greek gods. And also Zeus, like, is he that cool? He's just like, the only thing I like about is his voice actor. He has Cars as voice actor from part 2, from JoJo part 2. I don't know. His design is just albino Herc. I don't, you know.
I mean,
I guess his
bad.
animations would be really cool. Yeah, that makes sense, but
I'd imagine
I don't
Herc
know.
wouldn't get a lot of his looks from his mom.
Oh, Otto, I bet you like this one.
Why are you specifying me?
He doesn't even like Talalak, particularly.
I mean, it's largely gameplay.
Yeah.
Don't you have her grailed?
No.
No?
Otto, you don't
No,
have
she
Twilight
already-
grailed.
She already has a shit ton of HP. Even
Why do you defend her so much then?
Because gameplay.
It's
It
like-
actually is
because you
gameplay.
attack her
It's
on
not.
gameplay terms. Also,
Been gaslight here. I thought you like
I'm not
grailed
Shadow.
her and stuff.
I'm impartial to Latinas. I don't know. Is it kind of fucked up to color a Latino though? A Latina, sorry, Latina. Plural Latino is gender neutral.
Look, all I'm gonna say is if she came here legally,
As long as she's here legally in the country, I'm fine with her.
dude,
She's
they're gonna
in
hit their
Mexico.
quota if they just deport her. If they deport the entire country, then they will hit their quota.
Yeah, but you
Anyway.
can't deport someone that's in another country. It's not how
She's a
it works.
country in a country. Yeah.
I'm trying to
Anyway,
find
New topic.
the page that
New
has
topic.
all of the. Where's that page that has all of the anniversary arts?
I don't know if they do
That
that.
reminds
They
me, is this
updated.
normally the anniversary art? It's drawn by the artist that did the servant, right?
Yeah,
Usually,
don't
yes.
don't spoil it for me. I want to see it for myself.
Which
I
one?
think it's just on their Twitter
I-
page,
I have a
unfortunately,
feeling
because they
that
reveal 2 a day.
Oh, based on that comment, do you have a feeling who was drawn today?
Yeah, hold,
Do you wanna
hold on.
guess?
Can you link? I know someone already spoiled it in chat. Can you like post a link to the
Their Twitter? Wow,
Twitter.
it's just FGO project. You were so...
Pretty sure there's some account that compiles that. No.
Probably some.
Yeah,
some
but you can
account
also
that-
just go to... You can also just scroll through their Twitter. They're not going to show anything untoward.
Hold on. Just don't like showing Twitter normally. It's an act of protest, obviously.
Fine. You know what? I'll start posting the images, you coward.
Oh. Oh, okay. That's cool. Okay, you know what? There we go. It's Shiba with her... Like, damn, she's beating Miyabi here with the big fucking ears.
Who the fuck is the one on the right?
It's Shinpachi.
That's Shinpachi.
Oh, I see the name now. I was like, that has to be Kintoki, right? Because of the axe, but no. I mean, when I saw the silhouette, but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it looks like she got picked up by a different artist, which is not a shock. And it's also
They could
soft
give her
confirmation
now
that the artist is MIA. Feels bad.
Damn.
That is...
Have you seen
Oh,
Huyans?
is that Tell?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
William Tell.
You can barely
William
tell
Tell.
who it is. And then Jufu.
But yeah, Huyans are causing a bit of a stir.
Oh, the thighs. Okay, here's
No,
one thing.
It's everything about her. It's everything about her.
I mean, her artist is just good at drawing like fat thighs and shit, so that makes sense. But like, there's one thing I have a gripe. Oh, it's I did not expect that
King
to be
Tut,
Lohi.
King Tut
Like,
looks
what
like
the
a
fuck?
girl.
Gave Lohi a
Like,
gun.
it looks like little Altera. Honestly.
It does look like a little Terra, yeah.
And Lohi's what? Is that Zarya's
I don't know what the
weapon?
fuck this gravity gun. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be. Like, it's so random.
Oh right, Huyon. I saw people were sharing this one around. Yeah.
Okay,
I didn't even know
one
Very
this guy
top
got
heavy,
one.
but also if you look at her thighs, they're also
that's what her artist is known for. Is like choked thighs. You know what I mean? Like they're like choked. But here's the one issue I have with
Bad
it.
circulation.
She has tattoo on her right thigh, so it looks like the circulation's getting cut off and her legs are like dying.
That wouldn't even make sense. That's the side of the leg that's
yeah,
getting
it's supposed
blood.
to be the bottom side, but like I don't know why it's just a little bit disturbing to me. I don't know. It's
And Da Vinci, and the caster, no less, which is
yeah, the
a
dead
rare
one,
occurrence.
the
here's
dead
a
one.
better image of. I found a better image of just.
Oh yeah, and this
Huyans.
is Tesla, right?
Yes,
It
it's
looks
so
like-
creepy.
Yes.
Why the fuck does he look like that?
Yeah, and
It looks like Jill.
why
Oh,
does
yeah,
Gareth
no,
have a
the-
lead pipe.
Yes, the big meme
Gareth
is Gareth with the
Gareth
steel pipe. Yes, that was the bigger
Yeah, the
meme.
rusty steel pipe.
That was the. She's supposed
Gareth
to be a
should be-
shepherd, but yeah, I don't know why it looks like that.
Well, no, you know why it's a rusty steel pipe?
Why?
Because
Lancelot.
Lancelot uses a rusty steel pipe as a
Oh.
weapon. And so Gareth is now
Oh,
using a rusty
yeah,
steel
it's
pipe
sorta
as
like-
a weapon.
Yeah, it's sort of like how some monsters get to keep the weapons that killed them, like Vritra and Shootin.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Vitra has
Why
the
does- It's such a bullshit reason. It's like, oh yeah, the weapon that was used to kill her was like stuck in her mouth afterwards or something, and now it's hers. Oh, and there's
Bro,
Fran.
it's so
and-
funny.
What is this?
Naked Bazette. Space, but no, that's like a fencer.
She
Fencing outfit.
it almost looks kind of like Lancer Reese, because she's got the weird like leg warmer sock things. They're really
Mm.
baggy, and then bare thighs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, don't worry. We got her like in a towel. That's more than most people get. And we
I
got
streamed the event. Oh, Kuro.
Chloe and Kishi Hogan.
Rare occurrence.
Who is it that? Who is it that I was thinking that looks like? I can't remember who it was. Anyways, yeah. Here's a more close up of Huyon.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
there's
the
Gareth with a
first time I
with a
opened Twitter, and it's like the first thing I saw was that image was someone saying, "How is she holding that all up?" And or like, how is she holding that? It must be super heavy. I was like, it's just a tea set, and then my mind was like, oh wait a minute,
Yeah.
no,
I
it's
mean,
such a it's Huyens, massive Huyens.
I think her thighs are definitely the bigger selling point, but yeah, it's a good artist.
A good
They've
artist, yeah.
shown, yeah. But yeah, it's like less obvious in her like normal outfit, so it's pretty cool. Maybe we can get a summer version of her
I would
this year.
like a.
Who knows?
Huyens a good character. I like her,
Yeah.
and she has a good design, and it's a good artist.
Also, am I seeing it correctly where she has like little grooves on her ankles because it's hooves?
Here's
Yeah,
the weird thing.
That's her horse. Like one leg is a horse leg, and the other is a
So-
normal leg. So one is a
So
hoof.
it's
Yeah,
so
here's the weird
it's-
thing though.
it's a fake foot, like it.
Yeah, fake shoe.
It
big
isn't
foot.
her design so, like whenever she has the horse legs, aren't they supposed to be like spiritual? No, not like, how do I put this? They're like green energy. They're not like actual hooves. Like whenever she
Green
like
energy?
yeah,
It's
just no,
like-
no, look.
It's good for the environment.
Oh, open her ascensions. Her first ascension does not have horse hooves, right?
No, but her second does.
Yeah, but like whenever she has it, it's like green and like with flames or whatever. It's never like just a normal horse leg. It's like energy. It's like made out of energy or something, or like it's like burning.
It's like ghostly and like
yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah, but like you can still wear a shoe.
Well, yeah, but like, she can turn off the flames. Okay, bro. Like
Yeah,
that's why I was confused about it, because I was like, okay, but she's not supposed to have the horse legs in her tattooed like form, which is like what's
Oh, it's
confusing me.
Her second ascension
Okay,
does have the
so it
tattoo.
is cutting off oxygen.
But yeah,
The
it is physical, but like I thought it was some kind of like monster limb you have to manifest specifically, instead of her design just being like always one leg being a horse. I think she would have been cooler if her legs were permanently one of them being a horse, because like, you know, it's kind of just a cool little.
It might
little
be.
design.
She's wearing like look at her first ascension. She's wearing like ankle guards and like.
But if you look at the battle sprite, both legs are the same. So it's either both hooves or none of them are hooves.
No, well, actually, the way she goes is first ascension might both. It looks like both feet. Second is 1 foot, 1 hoof, and third is 2 hooves.
That's what I mean. So like
So,
I thought I
This
thought
is just
the
second
hooves
ascension.
would be-
Yeah.
I guess that's fair.
It behooves you.
Oh yeah, it's a shape-shifting monster, true.
you know, actually, what I was about to say made
Other
absolutely no sense.
Image of
never mind.
Gareth.
Yeah.
She's gonna beat every Uma Musume, you know that, right? If she races with the horse.
Beat him with a stick.
Because she summons a fucking stampede and kills everyone. It's very loud. I don't know if you remember her MP being so
her
loud.
MP is
The
very
horse,
loud.
it's so loud. The horse neigh, it's so fucking loud.
Empress
Like
Chain Tempest is loud. I almost said Empress and 9 Drive, and I'm like, that's not the right.
that's
MP.
that's the other one. That's the Russian asset.
It's Empress Chain Tempest. No, the horses are loud. But no, I actually think like design wise, I really like her design.
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
care for third ascension just because I don't like the hairpin, but like that's
Oh,
like the giant like feather thing sticking out of her.
Yeah, that's fair.
thing, but like every auxiliary thing, every time she shows up in art, though, it's always nice. Like she had that one CE that everyone was like, "Wow, that's a CE."
That's just thighs. It's just all thighs. That's her whole character. I mean, she has horse legs, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah,
It's on my second archive, right? I didn't.
she's got a lot of
I had-
gooner art. I think I
I
might
had-
have fed it. I don't know. But yeah, it's the big gooner. Like she's like doing math, but like she's like calculating on her. No, that's not what she did. I was gonna say she's like writing on her thighs, but no, that's not definitely not what she did.
Oh yeah, here it is. Otto, you can.
Mentally
look that
unstable. She is a very needy character. I think
up?
her character trope is not
what up?
like
Yeah, no, her yelling "Homete" the whole time is like it. And then I love the art that she has, like for one of like the promotional things, where it's her in a hoodie just holding up a
Oh, yeah.
notepad.
you
that
have
just
it
says
on your
"Homete."
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have it on your stream. I see.
Like
Yeah,
this PE, we're like, oh
No, you gotta go in zoom in mode. Yeah, and get rid of the border. And click it again. Get rid of the. Yeah, look at that. Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck? She also has a Bean plushie, which is surprising because I didn't imagine her to be a very popular pick. But she was
There
in
were
a set.
other ones from this. This is from Summer 8, right?
Yeah. It's from Summer 8. Yeah. When we get that NA later, not later, just like a month. When's
Less than
NA
a month.
summer? Yeah, less than a month. It's like
Oh, yeah,
literally
this
later.
was- and this C is just the Lost Belt 6 CE, but sorry,
Big girl
what is
failure.
that?
She is. Oops, sorry. She is the like first actually manufactured girl failure. Like her entire character is girl failure, and then she would like cry about it whenever you don't give her attention. So I know this is not the most appealing to everyone. Like I've heard a fair share of people said they find her annoying because she just wouldn't shut the fuck up about like wanting attention.
That's the endearing trait.
But
Also,
yeah,
I
that's
just
her whole
noticed
character.
that this is supposed to be Melusine, I think. This like because like everyone's like done in a different style. Like I'm like, wait a minute, Melusine's not here, and there's this dragon looking thing in the corner.
Ugh. This fucking chicken leg ugh. Ew.
But no, I like when they do these type of CEs. I think they're neat. This
Yeah, they fused her with a very mentally unstable thing. And
What
then
is this
Yang
one supposed to-
Qing,
I feel like this one's a parody of something. Because like it's a bunch of Artorias, right? But they're all.
I mean, the name of the CE is referencing water margin. So funny that we were talking about Hu Yen, but
Oh.
it's just Artoria. But yeah, but I don't know what the doodle is about.
This is a cool looking one.
Oh, Million Arthur the game, didn't that shut down a long time ago? Or is it still on? I know what you're talking about. That's also a gacha game, right? Oh, get a quick scope, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Are you playing CS2?
I'm playing
Are
a
you playing
deathmatch,
Counter-Strike?
so like I'm playing deathmatch, so there's no like communication required, so I don't get yelled at
Oh.
and called a slur. So yeah.
Who would call you a slur online?
It's practically a Counter-Strike like tradition to call people slurs online.
Yeah, you'd fit
There-
in just perfectly fine there, Ryou.
Dude, there's literally a speedrun category of randomly solo queuing and see how long until somebody says the N-word. And then I
That's a
think
speedrun category.
I think the current record is 4 seconds. But yeah.
I feel like you could
Oh,
cheat
man.
by naming yourself a specific thing.
Oh, true. But yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we could do daily singles. But yeah,
There's not a lot
who-
of rate ups right now. There's only 4.
finally, normal. This is normal. Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, this is normal. You're right.
Yes, because
my
like we've
gosh.
had like fucking daily 3 multis for so long.
Wake up! It's your 3 daily multis.
Oh my god. It's crazy. Like, I mean, I got a lot of SSRs out of those, but I also did spend a lot of quartz on them. So, and not all the SSRs are like useful or anything. So, you know, it's not always gonna be worth it.
Let me look at my SSRs SRs I have to burn.
I mean,
I've gotten Suna recently, I think.
this is a pretty good pool though, because you have like Himiko and Ruler Scotty.
I think Kimiko's fallen off way too hard to care.
She definitely fell off, but oh wait, no, she already got a rate up, so she's not gonna get a buff. You're right.
Who
because
would you rather take, Himiko or Ruler Artoria? If you were gonna recommend
Ruler Artoria. Ruler
that's what I
Artoria.
thought. I agree.
I mean, dude, if I'm TAing, why the fuck would I not take Ruler Artoria? It's
Now,
just-
what about a general player? I still
General
think Ruler
player?
Artoria is better.
I mean, I don't know about general player. It might be a 50-50, depends on what they like to do. But like, Himiko did fall off, and it also depends on, do you want to grab like Constantine? If you already have Constantine, I really don't. Okay, actually, if you roll Tonalico, I think there is an argument to have a Himiko just for fun. Like,
Maybe.
yeah,
I don't use her. I've never. I was a big proponent of her for the longest time, and then I've like there just came a point I'm like, oh, I just don't use this character.
I mean, for
Anyway.
Minturns, she has completely fallen off. I would say it's just too. It's you're sacrificing 1 card slot for nothing.
I'm so glad that we walked into this stream today, by the way, saying we have nothing to talk about, and we are now 2 hours in. We went through 2 servants, and we have tangented
Yeah.
Yeah,
for like
all
an
the
hour
way
and a
over
half,
to playing
playing a Sans
against
Undertale.
Sans, fighting Sans
Yeah.
of all things.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
become tangent, but that's great. That's good.
That's
Because-
what podcasts are supposed to be, right? It's
Yeah,
just,
because
Yeah.
you can't like look. The framing of this is FGO, but that's just the framing.
yeah,
Anyway, I'm gonna do my dailies. What do you think?
sure. I'm gonna do my dailies later.
What am I
as well.
supposed
mean,
to think?
I would actually be really happy with an esports Scotty, like a level 51, because I actually needed those during the Super Recollection for Ordeal Call 2. So
Actually, did get a level 70 Summer Scotty, so I was smart.
no, I have a 70 as well, but like I needed a 50, which sucks.
50.
Yeah, just without the battery, but like apparently the Buster Crit is worth it.
Hold on. If you want to learn about servants, you'd watch Fino. I believe that that's incorrect. It's fine to watch Fino for, getting about servants, but I wouldn't say our opinions on servants are wrong or invalid. I would
Yeah.
think that we have a really good grasp on the gameplay, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean we don't structure them usually unless it's a new servant. I think if you want to like watch us break down a character and then like want to know how good they are, you can watch whenever a new servant's released. We actually do go into detail and then very structured talks. The reason we didn't go into like Summer Castoria is there's nothing to go through about Summer Castoria. And we also did go through Summer Castoria on the first episode of Smobcast. So if you want to look up a VOD,
I also
you can
talked
as
about
well.
her so much.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
and my shitty mic quality at the time.
Did I
Yeah,
make
it-
a really short video about Morgan still being worth it?
that's Fino, right? That's Fino.
Well, hold on, did I?
Was that you or Fino? I don't remember.
It's, I believe that was Fino, but I believe the joke came from me saying you should use my footage as
Oh,
a joke, and then he says my channel name at the end.
you put
Instead of
Bargus
his
Archer in
name.
top 10. What happened during this year for NA? Because like here's the thing for this year in NA. Like we obviously know that like the top 5 is the easiest because we have like Summer Castoria, Tonalico, whatever. But like, it. I don't know if we have an easy top 10. Actually, no. Did I make a top? No, I only made a top 5 video. Because like you kind of just fall off after like the first 7 characters or something.
I'm gonna defend because I see one. There's two things I see because I know Fino put out a top 10 at the beginning of the year, and he didn't put Melusine up very high, and he included Barghest. And that causes two things. One, the psychopaths who think Summer Melusine is like the best thing ever come out of the woodwork, and they're just crazy people. But also, I think people are too down. I think Summer Barghest is underappreciated.
I think she's underappreciated. I do not think she's top 10 though. Like, come on.
I mean, like for like top 10 servants to get for the year, like who you're gonna roll for, like for this year.
Dude, she's low key the worst 4-star in that event. What do you mean? It's either her or Suzuka, but like,
okay, but like for the year, so the year opens with.
Like Locusta's better than her. I don't know if he put Locusta.
I would rather no. I'd rather Barghest than Locusta.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I don't know if he included Bima because I don't know if he was like clued into how Bima operated at the time.
Okay, why would you rather take Barghest than Locusta? Because the options, because you can do AOE or single target.
I just think that the flexibility that Barghest gives you is valuable.
But you're either okay. Here's the thing. Okay, by the way, this is not beef with Fino. I'm just it'll be more interesting if there's like two opposing opinions. Like Barghest, you have the choice between not doing damage in single target form or not refunding an AOE.
No, her damage is fine in single target form.
Okay, doing mid damage in single target form or not looping an AOE. I actually forgot her damage in single target. Look, single target archers is kind of all died.
Her single target damage is higher than like Anastasia Archer and about the same as Artoria Archer, the 5-star.
Okay,
they're about the same. Okay. MP level for MP level, she's about the same as Artoria Archer. It's just Artoria Archer has better refund, but Barghest does have the thing where if you're, it allows, like if you're using Zhufu like as a newer player or just like as another support, you get extra attack up and like I think that like I don't even. Oh, sorry, you go. I just think that like people think she's bad, but like I don't think she is. Like I think she's honestly pretty good as far as the thing is like archers, like as far as like 4-star archers, there's not a lot that I would like there's a couple I would invest in, but not a ton. Like
is this
Fujino, I think is good.
Oh, Fujino, you're right.
Babanchi is really good. But like outside of that, your option outside of those two, like the only ones I could see saying is Barghest for utility and like Anastasia because Anastasia is just a better version of Kuro. But like these are all this is the single targets. I mean, or if you're free, like the thing is none of them are really bad. None of them are terrible. These ones actually none of the single targets are bad.
Yeah.
Like it's stiff competition, but I just think people think Barghest is bad or act like she's bad. Like I think she can loop in a normal like farming setup. Like if you were
I think yes. Like 333, yes, like, for sure. 333 berserkers for sure.
Like if you're doing like that's light term. I'm not gonna.
I have one defense for Barghest though, is like if you run her in a slow arts team and you pair her with Tamamo, because she also has cooldown reduction for other two, like and that doesn't, you don't need a low star for that, right? Like she always has cooldown reduction for her other two teammates. If you run her with Tamamo, and then you like hyper spam her MP, you're not gonna actually feel the downtime on her single target mode because her single target mode is an install and it does wear off. But like
I went to Babylonian when I went to go to Lost Vault 4. Whoops.
But it does wear off, but like if you want to use her as a boss killing unit, I don't think that's that big an issue if you run Tamamo over like Proto Merlin specifically. But yeah, I think she needs a little bit more Like her gimmick is fun, but at the end of the day, she didn't really capitalize on it. She would need it's hard. It's really hard. Like she's already the perfect one because she can do arts looping into like single target nuke on the last wave, but she just doesn't have good enough internals for that. Like Melusine, not even Melusine can easily utilize both forms in farming. No, like it's a rare.
Melusine can only
she's usually just
both
Buster
if wave 1 is a single target. Or
yeah,
if you're having her do single target on wave 2 and then AoE on wave 3.
and the card type switch really like bars her damage a lot. So like I think Barguess is the most realistic to incorporate the transformation into your farming. But at the same time, you know, it's and also yeah, remember the transformation is tied to her MP damage steroid. That's also not very good if you want to hold it for 3.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, it's I think she is generally pretty weak, but she's not relatively pretty weak, but she's not that bad. Like a modern servant, like she has a lot of support ability. She has like cooldown reduction for the party members, super good for art servant. And she has like invul for the other 2 units, right?
And on Berserkers, she refunds 50, which you know,
is serviceable.
Actually, might actually run into a problem. Just thinking about it here. Actually, hold on.
If you plug Oberon, no.
Oh yeah, if you plug Oberon instead, yeah. So
well, I mean, but it's not a high bar, but like you can do it.
Did I not use skill 1 on Jufu? Uh-oh. That might explain.
Sense.
That makes sense. Hold on. Let's see.
I mean, her refund really isn't that great. So, but yeah.
No, but I think skill 1 on Jufu actually would make it work. I just
yeah, it probably would.
Hold on. Let me redo it.
But yeah, it's not like Barguest is it's not like our slooping is that important anymore. I think Barguest would have been interesting if she had like more party support. Then if you can put her in a multi-core farming setup, like then the form change would be pretty interesting in multi-core, I would say. And she stays the same card type. She's the only transformation servant that stays the same card type after transforming. That's why she is like supposedly it's very exciting because you don't have to swap supports to get optimal damage. But like her other stuff is just too like lacking, I think.
Yeah, but I think
do summer units get buffs? They do. They even get MP buffs like Nobu or Ruler Martha. Like they can definitely get a buff. Oh, sorry. You wanna go? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
oh no, it's fine.
But yeah, I think just compared to Summer Kuro's utility, compared to Bavanshi's interesting usage, like normal play, she's like whatever, but like you know, she's super good at just stalling, like you're not gonna die. And also who else? Suzuka. Suzuka is like a pretty standard AoE rider with anti-traits. Like Barguest just feels a little bit lacking. Because her gimmick is not good enough to carry her. But if she gets like especially like an MP upgrade, oh shoot, pop off.
No, she does. She does loop. That's on Berserkers. So like, if you're judging her based on like looping things, then she's fine. She's like she loops like 0 CE looping on Berserkers. Like that's fine. I think that there is like there's got to be some multi-core. Like if I had her like Grailed, I'd probably find multi-core teams to use her in.
Maybe.
No, I just think she's like people look down her. Now, you know, the argument that hello Theseus. You know, Ptolemy I think like damage wise and DPS wise is a much better servant, but I think mechanically Ptolemy's the way he operates annoys me to the point I don't want to use him.
Yeah, in a challenge quest, but it's just like if your fight is short.
If you're just art slooping with them, he's definitely better. Yes.
Just
if you're just Buster
my
DPSing
power might
with
go.
it,
It is the weather is
oh shit
going pretty hard. I mean, continue by all means, but
where do you live?
Again, I'm not gonna tell you where I live.
Oh, yeah, no.
He lives.
Sorry.
He lives in the woods, away from the city.
I live
no, because
in a
I'm
pineapple.
just saying
you know where that pineapple is?
It's under the sea. Yeah, but like, look, it's so sunny here where I am. I'm on the East Coast, and it's like so hot. It's
very sunny here in Arizona. It's like 100 degrees, Christ. Which is like 30
so
in commie units or something like that.
Why is commie units, the unit that literally
So-
only like everywhere
Flushing.
outside of
You gotta-
America is a commie unit. Look,
understand, 'cause, like, F for
you
freedom
brought
units,
this on yourself.
F for freedom units, C for commie.
Yeah. Okay, bro. Okay, America.
America.
Good country, guys. Good country.
Anyway, yeah, no, just back to
Baltimore's
talking
not the East Coast, really.
Fuck, dude. Melon's art is insane.
about,
I can't get over that shit. Like, what the?
Oh, do you know an interesting fact? Go to her Maida outfit.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about like on her cards?
No, just her art.
Where is she?
She's dead.
Oh, I'm in single target filters. Whoops.
Oh yeah, she's not single target.
What about her maid art?
Just the art. Okay, the
boobs
joke's
stick
dead.
out really far past the
Oh.
cards.
No, somebody told me her leg looks like a giant penis.
Oh, in her
Because it's hidden under a dress.
Oh, stop. Yeah, and she just has one leg for some reason.
She looks like she has a
But,
giant
like,
boner.
you cut it
Thank
off,
you.
like, you know, you cut it off here, and then you're just like, what's
Oh my
going on
god,
over there?
Pargues, are you do you have a bazooka in your pocket or just happy to see me? Jesus.
Plushie, that doesn't make sense. That's both of them. The
Oh, wait,
happy
no,
to see
sorry.
me is supposed to be the erection one.
Yeah, but but bazooka is like maybe
Oh.
she just actually has a weapon.
You know,
in her
I-
pocket.
You know, I wasn't thinking like actual bazooka. Maybe.
Like, out of
That's
the
an actual
4-star,
bazooka.
like look at the 4-star AOE's. Like outside of like Zenobia, like Zenobia is okay for looping. Like outside of that, none of these are interesting enough for me to care about. Like the Grail or something like that. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
But-
think
but-
Argus is a little underrated.
She
just
is.
because
She is.
people think that like I think the main problem is her MP gain in single target form is really bad, and so people
I mean,
see that
games
and
or
they're like,
refunds. I actually never looked at her cards. How are her card games?
her card gains are fine, I believe. It's
Then-
just that
then
her
who cares about
refund on the
refund?
NP is
Who cares
really
about
bad.
refund in single target? No. Oh, I guess for arts you do care a little bit.
Like it's like
come on.
10%. It's like well, you know, you saw what it was. She refunded, like with all those buffs, she refunded 70% on the berserkers, which means on a single target berserker she'd refund a third of that, which is like 23%, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
She's fun,
it's
though.
not, I do like her.
She's a fun design. I think that's cooler than just a generically good archer, because like who gives a shit? It's like
I mean, her MP gain is 0.41 and she has a 4-hit art, so that's not like
It's like
for an
annoying.
art servant they do that. It's not awful. Yeah. Her quick
might not
look, it's
feel-
fine. Like
it-
Lilith has no gains. It doesn't matter. Okay, you have to do a lot of damage with it.
Yeah, it's the reason why Borgast's NP game just doesn't really feel all that great is because she just doesn't have anything that modifies it outside of her NP effect. She gets arts on her NP. Outside of that, like no NP gain, no arts.
Yeah, that's another
if
problem.
she's a unit where like they should buff her NP and make it so that the arts up is 3 turns and also applies NP gain up for a turn.
Oh, isn't that the Lancer Realma buff or something?
Yeah,
Similar?
the one that I in fact recommended them doing, and you people said no, they would never do that, and then they did it. I said that they should add a preemptive NP gain up buff to his NP, and make the arts 3 turns. This isn't the first time I've made this recommendation, and people said I was crazy that they'd never do it, and then lo and behold, it happened.
But yeah, I mean that is what he needed, but yeah, it's annoying.
And that's what Bargast needs. So that's why they should buff Summer Bargast.
I just think they're not gonna put her in an event. What's the occasion to include her in an event?
Yeah.
What even?
I mean,
dog.
Yeah, because like her self buffs are what 50% crit, 30 to 50% attack up, 30% MP damage, and then the art's up for 1 turn. Like, that's not bad, actually. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that explains why her MP damage is actually the out of the is Tomoe's MP upgraded at all?
Yes, a summer Tomoe or normal Tomoe?
No, normal Tomoe.
Both of them are actually. What a stupid question.
I think she's the highest non-upgraded archer NP for 4 stars.
Well, okay. Here's the thing that does. Okay, true. It means something if she gets an upgrade eventually, but like that doesn't really mean anything if she doesn't get an upgrade.
I know.
'Cause,
No,
like-
I was just looking at it. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, that makes me wonder if they would ever actually upgrade her NP versus upgrade a skill, because
I mean, again, they did what they did to Kama. They did what they did to Babanshi, especially Kama. I honestly like stopped the like, oh, they would never do that talk after they buffed Kama the way they did, because that is the peak of they would never do that shit, but they did it, which is
when
crazy.
they did it.
Like, did you see her damage at MP1 higher than MP5 of everything else in the game for assassins?
Yes.
Like why? Like, it's just so dumb. Like King Asan, I thought King Asan had a chance because he has like 80% buster up or something for the 1-turn burst. No, MP5 King Asan does less than Kama at MP1, and Kama's MP only scales up.
I'm just gonna
Like, she
point
doesn't
out
lose the
someone
charm.
in chat just said Bob on shit. I think that was an autocorrect.
Oof. Ooh, that's a bit of a
Damn,
burn.
bro.
A bit of a burn, dude. I mean, look,
Even though out of the summer units, Babon is mechanically the most interesting one.
look,
Which is
here's
crazy,
the thing.
because she's put on with the SSR that is the least mechanically interesting character in the game. Melusine's kit is just a souped up version of a year 1 kit, let's be honest.
Like, here's the thing. That's what you get for taking pictures of feet for an entire event. That's you kind of deserve it, bro. Okay.
Oh, it was deliberate. Okay, I couldn't tell.
I still feel bad about how mediocre Summer Melusine is.
Also, who wins in this
Okay.
scenario?
Here's the thing. I don't think she's mediocre. I think she's just boring, because if you look at it,
I say mediocre in the truest sense of the word, not the modern lingo version.
no,
But,
I know, but like if you look at all of her numbers, it is overtuned. I think every single one of her stats are overtuned.
Oh, I mean, like,
refund for
her
a character
damage
that
is
has
like 10% less than Summer Ibuki. Like, her damage is fine. Like, and
her damage is overtuned a little bit. Maybe not, but her ramp up is overtuned. Her battery is overtuned. Like, again, the only 80 battery that has 6-turn cooldown or less. And it even has 2 secondary, like a secondary and a tertiary effect on top of it. She has really good refund despite having an 80 battery. You know how FGO acts refunds if you have like a big battery on most servants. Like, not even Lohi. Well, Lohi like single core loops very well, but that's just because her battery, right? So like, you don't give a character this much refund if you already have them have an 80% MP battery, and she has like what is a attack up and crit up ramp on MP, right?
yeah.
So like that's a lot. That's like more. I feel like they just toned up the serve. Like they would design an AoE arts unit, and then they would add like one extra thing to their entire kit, and then you kind of get Melusine. So I thought she was gonna be so busted because I thought she was like so dumb. Like it just doesn't make sense, her design. But I guess single core just kind of died, and she's not good at multi-core. Not particularly good. She's not like bad, but she's not particularly good at multi-core.
Oh, she is bad at multi-core. Like,
I mean, she has an
I don't
80
know.
battery, so she doesn't need.
Yeah,
help.
like, yeah, she can get off an A, but she doesn't contribute anything to anyone else is the problem. Multi-core is really about units that can like pair well with others. Or you're a selfish. I feel like a selfish single target is forgivable. A selfish AoE is not as forgivable.
I mean, I guess because your main damage is gonna be the single target one if you want to spam their MP, but I don't know. It's a weird case that you know, she doesn't actually see that much play overall, but like statistically she should be really good.
I don't know, like the thing is she like, for a normal player, she is a very easy slot and substitute for Summer Ibuki for like just general play, right?
Yeah.
Like that's really easy to do. It's just that like once you get past that and you start looking at like doing like challenge quests, like Summer Buki is just better because Summer Buki has utility, right?
Yeah. I guess a good example is a good comparison I want to bring up is Marie Alter. Like I don't mean to shit on Marie Alter, but I feel like Marie Alter just has so much less than Melusine in their kit. And she's a later developed AoE art slooper, you know? And it's just like
Marie Alter is also kind of mediocre.
But yeah, but
Damn.
like Melusine feels pretty like blatantly better, I would say, in terms of the kits and whatever they do. Like Marie Alter has the anti-curse, I guess, but everything else just feels weak, like a lot weaker than Melusine.
Oh,
So I
it's
still
all
think she's a
flickering.
very oh no.
No, I'm still here. But
Marie Alter's good for
Yeah, no.
the drain, I guess, but like okay,
I like
what
to
CQ is
complain
Melusine
about-
good at that sorry, what CQ is like Marie Alter good at that Melusine can't deal with? Like I just can't really think of one, you know what I mean?
ones
Like,
where
it's just-
the enemy spams, like they get like a ton of charge all of the time, but they don't
oh,
have
they
their
just
own
spam
self
MP in
charge.
return.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, like I've mentioned it in the past, and I'll mention it again. That one super recollection quest with Muramasa and Da Vinci and Red Hair is really nasty because he spams offensive buff removal, so it's hard to stall it out, and he gets like Pierce Handle and Ignore Defense, and then but if you can just keep draining over and over and over again, then it's not really that bad.
Yeah, but that also don't always work with MP spam characters. A lot of them, the way they MP spam is they full charge at the start of each turn. Like the one that Rio died to 3 times in a row during the feat event on stream.
Oh,
The
that
Koyan
one.
Dark that fucking MPs him at like 3 turns in a row and he's
like
it's
I
so
hate
funny.
this thing. No, but I was like, it reminded me of
what
like
a
I did
moment.
like the most recent challenge quest. I did do a run with Summer Melusine because it was a card focused run, and if Melusine does do well with crits, like she is one of the few arts units that I think does handle like critting well because she has good crit and attack ramp up.
Unless
but,
you're a berserker, I guess.
It'd be better if her MP was single target in that case. If Melusine's NP was single target, like if her kit was identical, but she was single target, she might be considered a really good single target, actually.
Yeah, but we all know who she has to fight.
Who?
In that case, she have to fight. I guess that would make Kenshin look really bad. Like, but I mean, not necessarily. But like, she would have to fight Castoria. The answer is Castoria. They're in the same event. They're both arts, single target. Man, it's just, oh boy, Castoria is just so annoying. It's just when you build such a solid kit on a berserker, that's just what happens. Like you're never gonna win. That's how FGO works. You're literally never gonna beat a berserker with a decent kit. And she has a more than decent kit, I would say. So that's what happens. That's how the cookie crumbles, is you make them a fucking berserker and everything goes to hell. But yeah, would she be better than Summer Castoria if she was single target? No, right?
No.
There's no way.
Wait, who
There's
again?
no way.
I mean,
Melusine.
Oh,
Melusine, she does ramp
no
up
way.
crits, and see the thing is her defensive thing is better because it's hit based. She ramps up
true.
crit and attack up. Like maybe over time, yes, and especially Earth is more common if she kept anti-Earth.
Yeah.
Is there any anti-Earth single target?
What? It definitely is.
I mean, there's so many
Murasaki.
anti-Earth AoEs, but like
Murasaki.
Murasaki, yeah.
yeah.
Who else has? There should be more. Chiron.
there's-
Why are they all
Chiron.
4-stars?
there's also Summer Debrina, if the special attack counts.
They're all 4-stars. What the fuck? What's wrong with them?
Yeah, I know that, but they wouldn't have made her single target because Castoria was single target. I also think part of it is like everyone expected Melusine to have her gimmick again. Like
Yes.
Ray Horizon is such a it's such a thing. Like
It's
and then
like
they
her
didn't do
whole
it.
thing. it's like her transforming into a dragon. That's like the coolest thing about Melusine when she came out.
And then Blue Horizon's just a big battery.
Yeah, and then they just made a.
Well, Blue Horizon
made
is
Pearl Harbor.
Blue Horizon is the exact same skill, except you don't transform. It's the full charge
True.
battery, the
And MP damage
invuln,
of an
and
invuln.
MP damage. Like
You're right.
it's the exact same skill. You just don't transform, and I don't know why they didn't give her. They should have let her transform, or it should have, like, I don't know, let her pick between a card type. Even if it was just like switch to like Buster or something like that, like stay AoE but switch to Buster. I don't know.
I think she'll be really cool if she could turn into a single target Buster ruler.
That would have been very cool.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. We still don't have that in SSR. Am I crazy? Right? We don't have that.
SSR,
What?
it's-
SSR Buster ruler?
SSR single target. Yeah, SSR Buster
yeah,
single target.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So like they could have made reverse Melusine, but they reverse Lancer Melusine, but they just
Cowards. I don't know. They just gave it like, yeah, I'm more down on her than I probably should be, but like it is
bit
hard to argue
disappointing,
for
yeah, I
her when she's really good at something that that's not valuable in the game anymore. Like just standard arts looping, just I don't think it's
not
that
as
valuable.
Yeah, I agree. It's just the meta's not kind to her. The
Meta's
the
not
game
there.
environment's not kind to her. Yeah. Unfortunate.
And like it's not like, it's like, oh, so you wanna multi-core by incorporating single targets, but like that's not always the case. Like I've multi-cored using all AoEs and it works fine because there's low
totally.
heat, tonal eco, mash, which is a terrifying combo that works really well for some reason. And
they
then,
already
like,
made a reverse for Colony. I forgot.
it is interesting because like there's like double Khazra. Her AoE doesn't kill the big enemy usually, but the cards are so giga buffed that like it kills on the cards. The only problem is if you get decked by Geronimo, like on turn 3. But like other than that, like the double Khazra is pretty good at doing it, even without killing, because the cards are. Oh my gosh, what are the cards on that? It's like a quick card's like 400% up or something, and everything else is 150%.
That's scary.
Yeah, no.
Right back.
But yeah, no, it's like you can do AoE ones, but like I don't know. I just don't see I've just never been. I've tried using her in multi-core before, but like it's just a matter of like she needs to get the buffs to like hit the damage thresholds, or she's not contributing anything, and then I just have a single target that's eating all the buffs, but it's not enough, right? I don't know. It's very weird.
Wait, did you do your dailies yet? You already did. Okay, hold on, my turn.
We
Not to
should have
say-
done all of those at once. Now we're gonna have to
Yeah,
timestamp them separately.
Well, we're tangenting. This episode is called the tangent episode.
but the tangent
got so
episode
many.
is terrible for clickbait.
Just say Summer 8 discussion, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Say
Or-
summary tangents
Or
featuring
or
Sans
deport-
Undertale.
Deport to. Oh yeah, true. Sans Undertale. You're right.
I can put Sans in the thumbnail somehow.
Please do. Sans Undertale. It's Sans Undertale.
It's it's not a character I'd expect. Sure.
But yeah, Otto, am I crazy to say that I think Tama Lancer's damage is really bad?
Oh,
You
you're
ask
not.
me
Yeah.
this pretty often. Yeah, I don't think it's crazy to say that.
Yeah,
Every
thank
week.
you.
Yeah, it's this. To be honest.
What do you mean every week? I don't. I barely bring her up anymore. You didn't watch my video? Which one?
What if I made
The
a fake screenshot from FGO, but it had Sans in it?
bro.
Fake screenshot
Oh,
of Geo.
Am I out of paid? There's no way. What the fuck? I've never been out of paid quartz for like 3 years. That's insane.
How many quartz do you have?
Well, that's what happens when you
400.
spend all the paid SQ like it's free SQ.
There's no fucking way I don't have any paid quartz. What? Dude. It's the first time ever. I used to like pre-buy a bunch of shit. Oh my god.
He's gotta go to Aniplex and buy St. Quartz now.
Oh yeah, I do have to go to Aniplex and Michael.
Shame.
I'm not gonna use points. 92 points doesn't matter. Credit card. The fuck happened to this? Let's see if I can use the Taiwanese one and not spend my US dollars.
Spend your Taiwanese dollars.
Yeah, because US dollars actually it's probably still stronger, the exchange rate between USD. Like it has fallen a decent bit. My JP Pax has gone from $60 to $65. Because of US dollars kind of dropping a little bit. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, packs are $69 for me right now, and they used to be 68. So, and it is down a little. It is up a little.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I do not care about a single one of these banners. Like, Scotty,
Yeah,
I got
I'll do
our
it for content.
NP2. I don't need NP2, NP3 Scotty. Ushi Gozen, I have NP7 already, so I'm good. Himiko, I've got our NP2. And Arjuna, I don't care about Arjuna. So, like, I'll actually just pass on daily singles today.
Alright.
Wow, no
That's
one likes
fair.
Arjuna anymore.
Okay. There we go.
Stop stuffing
There we
your
go.
mouth with whatever it is. Are you eating? Is that what?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
eating crab legs.
Crab
What?
legs. Just happen to have
It's
those in the
weird.
fridge or something?
Yeah.
Did you buy them from a restaurant or
From
they-
a supermarket. It's on sale.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I
nothing-
thought that was Rio's open. Wait, what are you doing? What are you
Oh, I
doing?
thought you already have it on screen.
No, I don't.
Oh, I got nothing.
Oh, did you already do it all?
No, there's a second one.
Oh, there's only 4.
He's so busy stuffing his face with crab legs, he didn't stop to realize that I might not be ready.
They didn't see me buy quartz live because if I buy from Aniplex.com, it would literally just like increase in number on my screen, which I thought would be pretty funny. Wow, nothing.
Damn.
Unfortunate.
Bruh.
Oh, that's why he was talking about Tom Lancer.
Yeah, because I wanted to make her Grand Lancer, but bruh, they could also buff Vitra. Would I Grand Vitra if they buff her? AoE though. I mean, if they didn't buff Tamalancer, I might go for Bishone. She's pretty good. Really underrated.
Actually seems like a. Well, I don't know if Bishon is underrated. People seem to be
I don't
like,
think she's-
okay with her.
She's
I don't think she's
underthought of.
rated. Yeah, I don't think she's rated because people don't talk about her. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. There you go. Nothing. All right. We have to wait until next Wednesday for the stream for any content. So yeah, unfortunately.
Wait, is the street is the? I thought the event started this week.
No.
Is it next week?
No. This week. Okay. I forgot. Sunday is the start of the week.
No,
Yeah, but isn't
like,
the stream
when
on
you say next
Wednesday?
week, I would think like, no, Monday is the start of the week. But like when you say next week, it makes it sound like it's so far away.
Oh well, no.
It's only 7
In
days.
2 days. In 2 days.
7 days is a lot of days, but it doesn't feel like a lot of days these days.
Yeah, the event starts on the 2nd. So we're gonna get a stream. We're gonna get. I don't know if we're gonna get a new servant. It's always 50-50 with lottos, whether we're gonna get a new servant or not. Hopefully, we do. I guess. I'd rather them just give a welfare, to be honest, but.
You think they're gonna get? You think they would do a welfare for that event?
No.
For a lot? Have they ever done a welfare for a lotto?
Other than Christmas.
I mean, they
think
do
so.
Christmases, yeah.
It's so funny. They just call it the July box event. Is what they're calling it.
Box events. Such a funny way of describing them.
Well, that's what the fan base called it. And then they adopted the saying, I guess.
The first time that fan terms were used for fate, like I believe like the term noble phantasm started as a fan term in English, and they just like they went with it.
Oh. I mean, that's interesting. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna get a lotto. I think people are not that hype about farming anymore if they farm the grand raid a bunch, but still, again, Meta Prism, man, look at that. I know Rio has a lot, but not even I have a lot. I'm a big whale. I have 50,000, which is that's quite a bit. Actually, I did not have that much. I think it's literally because I won 22 servants back to back, so I rolled a shit ton of like gotcha. That's why I have so much. Like I was at like 20,000 or something. And like one CE is 5,000, so it doesn't feel that safe. And like whenever they re-release CEs in this shop, this
5,000,
5K per. What else are we missing though? We got most of the good ones already, right? We got Ox King, we got Golden Carp, we got Golden Sumo, we got do we have Cranking yet? No.
No, they haven't done cranking.
Nope.
Well, yeah, there aren't that many good ones anymore, I think. Like super good ones, like iconic. Not iconic, but like just super sought after ones, like from the early days. I don't think we have that anymore. What else do we have? That's like, I guess the ignore defense one is pretty good. If you don't have an ignore defense CE, I think this is this
They're
one.
Gonna give us... No, they shouldn't do that. They should just give us a Tsukumihara rate up instead. I don't need more CEs for Manifreds and just rate up Tsukumihara. I swear.
I think they should just give out a ticket that can give you MLB CE during anniversary, and like any MLB CE. Because if people want Black Grail, just give Black Grail, and like I want verses, I can get verses. Like it, come on. Like I think it's so stupid to give a non-MLB CE. Like they did that once. Like, dude, just give the MLB. Please. Insane. I don't get it. Like
it was also a limited selection.
Yes. I mean it has Black Grill at least, but Black Grill and Queso.
But they should let us pick every CE and just get it MLB. Just one MLB of ACE.
Exactly. I don't know why not. It's not like it's gonna lose them money because there's no avenue to get those fucking Cs from anymore. Like it's not like, oh, it's gonna reduce the money I gain from rolling for Black Grail. Where can I roll for Black Grail? Where? You don't even have a place where I can pay money
No,
for it. Might as well
For
give it
Black
for free.
Grail, they want you to roll like just in general.
You're not
But,
gonna
like-
get it.
But
Nobody's
like
gonna
Versus
do it.
and Sukumihara,
Nobody's gonna.
sorry,
The
Versus
chance.
I mean, and Poster Girl. Those
Yeah,
ones
okay, those
are like
maybe.
they should just do.
I think it's more likely that they do a permanent like gem pool CE, because like Black Grill, dude. For people who still don't have MLB Black Grill, like how the fuck do you get it? Like you can't. You can't. There's just no way, because you can't. It has to come by random, and you need 5 copies of it. It's just not gonna happen, dude.
Yep, I feel that. My alt's still waiting on an MLB Black Grail.
It is
Still in
ridiculous.
sight.
Like yes, FGO does not have a gear system, does not have like a weapon system that is like super complicated and like you have to roll for a character specific weapon. That's a good thing, but like on the flip side, the game has like 5 good universal weapons essentially, and then you have no way of getting them other than just randomly, which is very bad in my opinion. But I will say the free Cs they give out are really good as well. So like it's not like I use Black Grill a bunch anymore nowadays to farm. Even for challenge
I don't use
quests,
Black
a lot
Grail
of
at
times,
all. Outside of the grand events, I don't use
Yeah.
Black Grail anymore.
even for TAs, I very often use like, because I mean, to be fair, a lot of my DPSs are card centric, so I'm using like limited 0 over. I'm using, I mean, these are equally rare, so it's not a good argument. But like, I really haven't been using Black Grill a bunch, and also for Typhon, I genuinely use this over Black Grill for TAs because this is so broken. I think this is just so much better than Black. Well, not always, but like, this is like genuinely better than Black Grill in a lot of the cases. Their Bond CE.
Oh,
So I don't know
Typhon's
if
Typhon's Bond CE is unusually good though.
Yeah, I can get like, I can max out my super effective within like 2-3 turns, and then I also get like crits, like 80-90% crits just on myself, which is really good. Yeah, really good. You guys should buy this. I maxed it not for the utility. It's because it's a Koyan Skya CE, but it's a max damage. It's a max attack stat CE. I think it ended up mattering. Not mattering, but like it ended up being actually good for like farming.
The only max damage one I actually have is the Fomus or Foams. I keep saying Fomus like it's Christmas, but it's not
Yeah.
Christmas.
Say it's foams. Yeah,
It's Foams,
like Sherlock
Professor,
Foams.
like Holmes, but faux. But it's actually just Merlin in a faux out.
Oh yeah,
Anyway, no,
dude,
I know that's a different one. Never mind.
I forgot Foe and the 3 Enigmas have the same silhouette. I thought it was gonna be like a Proto Merlin skin or something, but then they have ears, so I guess I thought it was gonna be like Proto Merlin in a faux like outfit, but it was Sheba. It's Queen of Sheba. So yeah.
Based. Oh yeah. Also, earlier I mentioned something about the artist.
Mhm.
I think the artist apparently resurfaced at some point in time under some other name. It's like they've got posts from as far back as 2018, and their art style looks kind of similar. So it would be pretty funny if people were like, "Oh, yep, her artist is completely gone," and then, no, he actually just switched names like a year after she was released.
I see, but they did
the
get
same
a
as
new
being
artist
gone,
for
though.
this one, right?
I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
It's clearly not the same.
I mean, it's also worth noting that they were drawn like 7 years apart, so the person's art
true.
style has shifted. There's actually
Dude,
like
Carmilla
8 or 9.
Looks different in every fucking piece of art that she has.
Yeah.
All right, somebody
They
asked.
can't decide.
Yeah, they
Go
can't
ahead.
decide what she's. No, somebody asked, how often do you use Honey Lake? Honestly, for TAs, not a lot anymore. And the reason behind that is because you overload on type 3 buffs. There are too many, because like it's the same type buff as crit up for cards, and you'll usually use Honey Lake for card-centric runs, because otherwise you use Black Rail. So, like, for min turns, I actually have not used it in a while. Because there's too many crits. There's too much crits. So it ended up getting watered down, the 40% power mod. But for solos, it's still good. But I also don't exclusively use it for solos anymore. Yeah. So it is very good, but I don't think it is as, like, I used to, like, always use it. I, like, default to it whenever I solo. I don't do that anymore. I use gut CEs a lot. I feel like it's just characters' damage has gotten very high. Like, when I'm using a lot of modern servants like Typhon or Lilith, like, they just do so much damage anyways. I don't need more damage. I need, like, survival to, like, you know, like, buying one more turn is more valuable than pushing more damage sometimes for me. So, yeah, it's fun. Okay, you don't know what type 3... Okay, so basically, in FGO, there are 3 types of buffs, 3 categories. And when 2 types of buffs that are in separate categories are calculated together, they're multiplied together. So, for example, if I have a 50% Buster Up and a 50% Attack Up, and when I calculate the total damage that they, you know, contribute, it would be 1.5 times 1.5. So it would be 2.25. Or, in other words, a 125% increase in damage. But if I have a 50% Buster Up and another 50% Buster Up, they're added. So I only get 100% extra damage. That's that's FGO math. So that's what I mean by type 3 buff. I don't know if it's actually type 3, but, like, there are 3 categories of buffs. There's the color buffs, there's the attack up and defense downs, and there's the crit up, power mod, and MP damage. So the third type is the least intuitive, because why would you group MP damage and power mods and crit up together? But they're together. They're additive, which is, I mean, crit up and MP damage would never be added together because MPs can't crit and they would never crit. Don't suggest that even a little bit. They would never crit. But, like, the P mod is interesting. P mod is kind of like,
that's why it's because they're actually just the same thing when you think about it.
Yeah. One is for cards only, one's for MP only, and P mod is like double dipping both sides. So yeah. So that's what I mean by type 3 buffs. FGO, dude, if you look up, like, I don't know if it's like GitHub, but, like, it's by Atlas Academy. If you look up FGO math, like how damage is calculated, bro.
It's on
it's a lot.
It's on a forum. I don't remember which forum.
It's weird. The formula is so long.
Yeah, it's so long. I mean, they included the random number generator, so if you, like, remove the random number generator, it's not as complicated, but it's still, yeah, it's wild. And also the RNG manipulation with save scumming. There's so much. There's actually so much shit. Like, if you really want to do, like, hyper difficult min turns and whatnot, a lot of things can be utilized, but most people don't have to care. Like, they basically just threw a bunch of shit so the numbers don't feel like you can... So, like, it's too complicated to the point that you can't really reliably calculate the numbers off the top of your head. I believe that's the purpose of why they did this. They just don't want you to be able to predict the damage numbers. But, yeah. That's also why I just like using the simulator to calculate damage sometimes, because I do not have faith in myself to, like, to not fuck up some, like, tiny bits of calculation. I just feel like I would, like, accidentally miss something. Like Divinity, you know? Like, one mistake I made in multiple of my videos, which, I mean, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, is that I would calculate a character's damage neutral, and then I would double it for counterclass, right? And that there's nothing wrong with that, right? Except there is, because when the character has divinity, the divinity is not multiplied by 2. So I've had multiple damage numbers where I'm like a couple hundred over. That is incorrect because I doubled the divinity flat damage.
Wow.
With my calculation.
That's the dumbest thing. Like,
Yeah.
Divinity doesn't get doubled.
Basic
Yeah, because
algebra.
because I asked Otto, I believe.
Mhm.
Because I was like, why the fuck is this I asked you in JP chat because I showed the numbers. I was like, why is this different from just doubling the damage? And then you said, oh, divinity. I'm like, oh fuck, divinity. You're right. That's so dumb. Yeah, but it's interesting. There's a lot of stuff to be careful of. You have to be careful of when calculating this. But yeah, anyways,
You
that
know,
was a tangent, but that's what I mean by type 3 damage, which is a type 3
one
buff,
of the
which is
one of the hardest ones people get used to is the difference between extra and power, or like power mod and like extra damage. Like, they're very different.
super effective. Yeah.
Yeah.
They I think they even made a post about it on their official Twitter about PMod versus super effective, but they basically worded it so that a PMod is exclusively better because they said, oh, power mods affect both cards and MP, and super effectives only affect MP. So from that description alone, power mods are strictly better, but they're not
That's
because of the
yeah, no, the other one's better.
yeah, because of how the calculation works. Super effective is always multiplicative with other damage, but power mod is additive with MP damage. So and crit damage. So it ends up being worse if you have a bunch of buffs on you. So like yeah, it's funny. I don't even know if they intentionally did this, you know, like in terms of how this is calculated. Maybe they want a power mod to be exclusively better, but they just fucked it up. But yeah, FGO math, dude. There's a lot of math.
Yeah, it's why when doing stuff with like Kazura, if I change classes, sometimes it's better to not use Black Grail and use a different CE. Because like you overload, you have too much like
True. You have
power,
75 already, right?
yeah, you start with 75.
Damn, FGO math, man. What the fuck?
FGO math is fun.
Yeah. Yeah, super effective. Also, you can't have two super effectives, I believe. I believe the way the game is coded, you cannot have multiple super effectives.
Yeah, no, there's only one.
Yeah. So like if you have like two anti-traits, at least one of them has to be a power mod on MP. Like they usually have both types, yeah. Castoria has oh no, she has super effective. It's threat to humanity.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
If only one of the others was the imagine.
Oh, you mean like divine, for example? Damn, that'd be crazy.
Imagine if she was just anti-divine. Just an anti-divine nuke.
We don't need her to be anti-divine nuke. I just think that is overkill. Well, Otto, did you cut off?
No, I'm just I'm just tired.
He's just listening to us.
Oh yeah, you gotta work.
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't trap you here for too long. You might want to take a break before you work, you know. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a little rough getting used to work. Like,
But hey, next week there's 4th of July.
I'm pretty sure I work despite that.
That sucks.
But the good thing is we get extra pay for that. So
let's see.
4th of July, yeah.
I might have to go for half a day, just like last time, just like Juneteenth, where I have to go half a day. But yeah,
I'm gonna work the whole day because I get paid extra.
Dang.
Why would I not work?
I would never get paid extra because it's the stipend. So yeah. Honestly, I should just take as much time off as possible because I'm getting paid the same, regardless. This is the problem with communism, by the way. This is why communism fails. Look, I'm just saying, this is not like, I'm not even against socialism, but like sometimes depends on the context. But like this is why communism fails, because no matter how hard you work, you get the same shit anyways. But yeah.
That's why it's bad.
Yeah.
Again, I'm
America.
not about to have the debate today, but I still think a little bit of wealth distribution is important. Like a little bit of wealth distribution. Like the more capable helping the less capable, more or less, a little bit, just a little bit. Don't deport me for that. But I do believe it can do good for for society.
Yeah.
Only a little, dude. I'm trying to not get deported here. Okay, I'm trying very hard to not get called anti-American here. So yeah. do you know how hard it is? No, I'm joking. But yeah, 4th of July. I don't know how messy it's gonna be around here because they're gonna do another fucking protest on 4th of July. So I hope nothing happens around here, but yeah.
Well, I mean, as long as he's like, I mean, if you're in an apartment complex, you're probably not gonna be in that much
True.
danger.
Yeah, and also like
if shit goes
most of them
goes
are not.
really sour, people usually target like storefront businesses. They're not gonna.
Yeah.
It's hard to torch an entire apartment complex.
Yeah, and also I would say most of them are peaceful. It's just like there's gonna be a group of people that take advantage of it all the time. Like it's just inevitable. There's gonna be a group of bad people that are gonna take advantage of the chaos. But I don't think most people here are going to do that. Especially, I know this sounds funny because Baltimore has a really bad reputation, but especially not in Baltimore. I have never seen them get violent during protests. They definitely get violent from like other stuff, probably, like just every day when they walk on the streets. But like during protests, surprisingly, they don't really get violent in Baltimore. But yeah, how about you, Ryou?
For like the past 20 minutes, I've been doing this. Don't worry, I'm fine.
Have you been fighting sands again? What's that?
For like the past 20 minutes, I've been doing the sand space.
No.
Oh, you have. Oh.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I have
shit.
for like 20 minutes.
Bro is addicted with
See, and that was the end.
Oh.
I did.
Right when I pull it up.
Oh my gosh, I thought you pulled it up. Yeah, no, I just did it. How dare you? You cut off my glory.
No one in chat saw
No
it,
one will
so we
see it.
don't know if you actually beat it. You could have just pressed quit at that exact moment just to make it look like it.
I've been here waiting for the time to shine.
No, I
and
went
here we
after
are
the
with the
stupid spinny thing.
anti-communist talk. What do you mean? Are you waiting for the communism talks? Are you just you're just camping smobcasts just in case we mention communism?
I don't know. Some people do like the political discourse.
Join my Discord. Join my Discord if you want to hear me rant about current American politics. Oh, okay. I'm hearing the thunder now outside my house as well. So,
And soon Ryou will be hearing it too.
You're waiting for the analysis of Summer Bavanchi. I guess we can go into that to wrap it up because it is the namesake for the podcast.
Yeah. Smobcast. Hold on.
Yep.
There she is. In her dark pink and gray. It's a strange combo of colors. Well, very striking.
Sorry.
What's up?
If Plushie was a Pokemon, he would be weak to ice.
Bro.
No way. We got a lot of dragon types in the South American region. Anyways, sorry. Anyways, Bavanchi. So yeah, this is I think her stats are pretty. Does she have high attack stat? Not really.
It's like whatever.
Yeah. Her juice is definitely not in her base stats though. Her juice is like all in her, mainly in her MPN skill 1. It's so broken. This skill is so fun. It's not even that Well, it's broken, but like it's broken in a way that nobody really cares. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's it is a really cool skill. And increasing duration of regen and dots, cool. And just the fact that you can use it with other servants to like enhance their effects is that's what makes it pretty fun.
Yeah, Merlin. I think Merlin after the buff is such a good support, and she already works well with Merlin before, and now it's just man, so
It's
good.
nice. She's a good
Yep.
character. They you know, I mean, it is what it is. Fun times to be had by all.
Yeah, even when we were
Skill's really
soloing,
good, too.
you
Like all three of her skills are
true.
pretty good. Her third skill is
Might.
a little annoying to use, but I mean at worst it's Star Bomb and 20 NP damage.
But yeah, the second skill is 2 turns of MP delay. It doesn't like stop it if it's about to go off, but it's 2 turns of MP delay, and it buff removes. I forgot. Yeah, it's a full buff
Yeah.
removal.
And then it
Kinda
also
shocked.
reduces their debuff resistance. Yeah, it's just like very deliberate order of operations here. Like it removes their buffs, so if they have debuff resistance, it's not an issue. Then it reduces their debuff resistance, so you're more likely to land these other debuffs. And then there's battery, which could be there like at any point, really.
And then it applies, that debuff there. Yeah. No, it's a fun. I like it. I mean, the only negative part is the batteries on it. Like, they could have put the battery somewhere else, but oh well.
Oh, I mean, if they put it on the skill 1, then it would be a longer cooldown. So.
True.
Oh fuck! All of you heard that, did you?
I don't know what you're
What?
talking about.
Oh, you didn't hear that.
I don't know,
you
did you fart?
No, no. I opened Blue Archive.
Oh,
I wouldn't
And
have
they were-
recognized what that sounds like anyways, so...
No, the character would literally scream Blue Archive when you open Blue Archive.
they want you to look. Their audience might not know how to read, and they need to fix them.
The audience are. Ugh. Anyways, yeah, this passive, huh? Oh yeah, the annoying passive that like slightly alters depending on her form. I actually think it's a cute bit of flavor, but I don't like talking about it during my servant review because I have to go through all this shit, and it's like, I don't think it really matters that much. Like, I would say usually you want the first 2 ascensions for the game boost, but yeah, I don't think it matters that much, to be honest.
Wait, what is the benefit of the third stage again?
More
The third
crits
stage
against
is
man.
more crits against
Oh.
man. So you
Yeah.
reduce
Oh,
your
right.
NP gain the
Right,
tiniest
it's
bit
at the
for a
top,
higher
right.
crit against man. It's honestly, it just makes third ascension better for like crit stuff.
But I like the
Yeah,
first
but, like,
ascension.
I mean, again, like you very often overload on type 3, so like it's not always better, but yeah, it's depends.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was anti-berserker. Her NP
Good
just
at
does so many things, holy shit. This is like 3 effects before damage, then 3 effects after damage. Oh, sorry, 4 effects because the Buster performance is separate. And then it's also anti-trait.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I forgot she has a anti-man. Or I forget she has an anti-man very often, and all like most of these effects are extendable, right? So like the scary thing is like she also does a lot of dot damage. Like people really forget that. Obviously, she like heals to full at some point every turn, and then charge to full at some point every turn if you like stall for long enough. But she also like deals so much fucking dot damage every turn. Like this is literally build your own Sir Nunos. Like you can't kill her. And the 50% attack down, of course, prevents a lot of damage. So it's really nuts. Otto came up with the double Bavan Shi thing.
Yep.
I gotta give him credit for it.
Double smob.
Yeah, it is highly impractical because it takes a bit to set up, but when you set it up, you win. Unless they have
I did the
100%
full gauge
attack.
combo with it.
Yeah, and then she was just doing 0 damage, and you heal like 13,000 every turn.
Yeah, and that was with a worse setup because I was using Bargist.
Oh yeah, for the
'Cause
cooldown reducer.
It was really funny because what I did is I just used I used Dicoctin and someone and like Edison to like put some HP regen and NP regen on Vargist, and then I just let them die and then had the Valbons extend it so that she carried the HP regen. Is there any? There's no cooldown reduction unit with their own HP regen, is there?
Regen, no. Tamamo has a heal, so you would have to manually use her MP to heal. That's it. Who has regen and cooldown reduction? Is there any new ones? No. Oh, actually, Metatron Jean. No, it's a heal. Wait, does she have
It's a
heal or
heal.
regen?
Yeah, her
Oh,
MP
fuck.
No,
heals.
that's a heal, and it's on her NP.
Well, rip. I thought Metatron Jean had something cool. Guess not.
No luck for Metajontron.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and the heal's just 2,000. It's actually just take Tamamo. Like,
Yeah, just take Tamamo. Yeah. Tamamo is way better. Damn, if they buff Tamamo during the next event, there's gonna be a lot of content that can come out of it.
What if they here's a buff they could what would this buff do to Tamamo? They buff her third skill again and just make it an Omni buff like Arts Buster and Quick.
that would be the lamest buff though, because here's the thing: I don't think you always care about her card buff. Like, yeah, you can use her in Buster and whatnot, but like, why wouldn't I just take Merlin? You know, I feel like Merlin is such a good support.
Why not
now.
take her and Merlin? And then
Then you can't. Oh, I guess you did. True.
And then you'd be doing cooldowns way more often.
Here's my problem with that though, is I actually really don't like the idea of homogenizing card types.
Bro, you're right.
Because what ends up happening is you just make every card type play the same. The only exception that I actually genuinely push for is Oberon. Because you can only use Oberon that one way anyways. So him being like slightly better in Buster doesn't make Buster more unique. It just makes other card type worse, but they still have to do it anyways. So I think Oberon is the one exception where I think it's a good thing if his third skill is a rainbow. But I think everyone else, it would just like homogenize how the game, like every card type play. Oh, it's the same card type. It just has a green version of it. Like that's very boring to me, right? I think like right now, different card types play very differently. Arts is arts. Buster focuses more on like, I would say still quick play in general, like cooldown reduction, a lot of access to it, and quick has a lot of like card damage. I think quick is really good at card damage, especially after Kazu drop. And Mighty Chains, quick is just like the best card type at general card damage. So like they all have their own thing. Well, I guess I can't really say that because Buster does the most like peak card damage, but I would say generally, I don't know.
What's the strongest like rainbow buff in the game actually that's targetable?
Just
or like usable.
Kazu drop.
That is it Kazu drop? Well, I mean, yeah, that's 50% for 3 turns. Yeah, but that doesn't affect MPs is the thing. That's
yes,
it
does.
Only...
Yeah.
Well, it does affect. Well, no, it doesn't affect it.
It only affects quick MP.
Quick down as well, which feeds more into the quick playstyle of that. But yeah. That is the strongest. Other than that, what do you have? Chiron and Helena for party rainbow buffs, and Da Vinci and
who has a good rainbow for
30%.
Alco.
I think that's the highest.
Alco. It's the same as 30. So yeah, there's nothing like. I think they just don't want to give you a 50 rainbow. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And also like Kazu drop being good at buffing card damage, I think should be Like it should be obvious after like so many min turns borrow Kazura for card damage that isn't quick.
True.
Buster
This recent
borrows
challenge
Kazura.
quest, everyone was using Kazura. It was really funny.
Oh yeah, every combat Kazura because like you do no MP damage for the first like 2 turns, so you have to borrow Kazura. So she has the best like card damage boosting in the game. It's Rainbow plus 50% defense down for 3 turns, and it's just like, and you get more for quick. So, yep, stupid character. People
I wonder
still
who the
underrate her
next
for some
support
reason.
character is going to be. Like the next like big support character.
Summer Koyan Light with another cooldown reduction too.
Uh,
Here's the thing though, I don't think cooldown reduction 6 is relevant. You know what I mean? Because if you add another 2 turns, it's double Koyan Light plus Atlas essentially, and like nobody uses it. It's not relevant, right?
Right, but double Koyan plus Atlas isn't used because of the damage issues. If it was basically triple Koyan, people would use it.
Would you? I mean, a lot of skills you would still be able to cast twice only. I guess you can do it on one, but then you'll be floating battery. So can you even loop with that? So I don't know. I mean, I guess you can put it on the. Well, yeah, you can't even do like, oh, I want to put the third Koyan on the second Koyan. So that, well, I mean,
So I don't know if Kazudrop's really underrated that much anymore. Like I see a lot of people acknowledge her at this point.
yeah.
I mean, that's due to the propaganda we put out, of course.
Isn't necessarily a strong rainbow? Isn't it a strong attack up? Wait, what do you mean? Do you mean Kazura or Kazura is both a strong rainbow and a strong attack up, but they're both debuffs. Summer Koyan will make Buster crazy. Summer Koyan, but it's quick. Quick with cooldown reduction. Wait, no, please don't do it. Don't.
If quick gets cooldown reduction, then Kazura becomes a real menace.
Cooldown reduction 0 for arts, 1 for quick, 2 for Buster. How about that?
No,
Just
make
like
it 0. Make it 0 Buster, 1 arts, 2 quick. Just reverse it. Like,
oh no, that's bad. That's
Buster
so
already
bad.
has cooldown.
I guess. Damn. I mean, I just want a Summer Koyan Sky. I don't really care what she does, but yeah.
Yeah, you'll 120 her regardless.
Make cooldown reduction negative for arts, then why would you use that? That was arts thing. Tamamo was the only one that could do it. What do you mean? You guys just cultural appropriated arts arts cooldown reduction and gave it to Buster, man.
I've always wondered, like, if they were ever gonna do something like a unit that can, for a single like attack, utilize different card buffs. Like, you know, on their NP, it uses both arts and like Buster buffs for
I think that would be
damage
too
calculation.
broken. I just think that would be too broken. Not like too. I guess it could be not too broken, but it would be difficult to account for in the future. You know, like for example, in a card game, you have to be careful when you print a card because not just because of its current power level, but like maybe it will limit design space in the future. Like, oh, maybe in the future I can't make too powerful of an art support anymore because this character is going to be able to abuse it. So I don't know if they're ever going to do it. But I mean, we have class change already, so who knows?
But if you had something where it was like, you know, it's a Buster NP, but it treats arts buffs as Buster buffs. I mean, it would just mean that Castoria would be, if you don't need cooldown reduction, or you stick one Castoria instead of a Vitch, and you get some attack up thrown in there. It just makes it slightly better to use Castoria instead of 2 Vitches.
Slightly better? Castoria, Merlin, Buster DPS for CQs?
Okay. So it allows you to replace one of the Vitches with Castoria. Like, and like,
well, for like challenge quests, wouldn't that just be stupid?
I mean, for challenge quests would be fine. Make it a quick unit that can also use arts buffs or Buster buffs instead. I
think quick arts would be the most like acceptable. If it's quick Buster, bro, Summer Scotty.
Oh, they already feed into that, don't they?
Yeah, they're already feeding. If you're a quick Buster servant that can actually use both quick and Buster buffs, bro, Summer Scotty. Summer Scotty and Merlin, whatever, and Cosmo, dude, you're gonna cap on like card damage. Holy shit. Oh man. Like yeah, quick buster already jives well together. I don't think they should
You're
I don't think
right.
they should push that. That's too much.
They should instead make the quick arts hybrid support, like instead of the quick buster one.
They could push quick arts. I think quick arts is like the worst card type combo right now.
That is the worst combo. Like every time I get a unit and they have a quick arts buff. Like what's a unit with a quick arts buff recently?
Lilith.
Oh, my condolences. Like it's not good.
Yeah, quick art servants have definitely been, on I would say short end of the stick. Other than, like in terms of dual card type combos, I mean there aren't that many in total, but quick arts is I would say generally the weakest. But yeah,
You know who else is a quick arts unit? Kazura. Her
sure.
her deck is double quick, double arts with a single buster card. I hate that single buster card.
Fucked up Summer Sky. Well,
If Kazura had 2 buster cards, do you know how much damage she could dump out? Like, it'd be crazy.
Oh, did you hear that? My God, that was
I heard
very
that.
loud thunder.
Otto, are you alive?
Thunder crack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was just thinking about the thunder crack.
Yeah, sorry.
Nah,
Sleepy.
they're gonna come up with a quick arts buffer that will make Lilith very good. Or something. I don't know.
We'll make Lilith great again.
Are you implying she wasn't great to begin with?
No, sorry, I was thinking Metal Gear Rising, but I realized as I was saying it, I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Was that not a MAGA? Like,
no,
was that
no,
that wasn't a MAGA reference?
No, the whole thing's from Ronald Reagan. Kojima was referencing Ronald Reagan.
Oh.
With Armstrong. It's just that
it
became topical. Yes, it's a callback to that era.
Did MAGA steal that from the?
They didn't steal it. It's the same political party. It's
well, I mean, yeah, but like they just stole the slogan.
I guess, but like no, that's what Metal Gear Rising was referencing with Armstrong doing it, and it's such a like Armstrong. By the way, is like one of the like best video game. That speech is so funny. It's such a good. Have you played Metal Gear Rising?
No, but I've watched like basically every clip because people love to fucking repost about.
It's such a fun character. He has so little screen time, but he makes good use of it. Yeah.
Make Antarctic's great again.
The DNA. Of
look, I don't know if Antarctic people need to be great again, but I think Arctic needs to be great again, bro. Nobody used that shit. Make Arctic level 10 again or something. I don't.
But yeah, Otto, you're falling asleep, aren't you?
Yeah, I think we should let you go.
I'll be honest. I won't have time to get sleep either way, because I got work I gotta leave for work in an hour and a half. So.
Well, I mean, more reasons to like cut it here. I would say next week would be way better.
Laid off.
Look, next week we're gonna get hopefully new buffs, new event, maybe new servant, right? And then lotto farming. So like next week is gonna be pretty nice. So look forward to next week, I would say.
And next week I should have shit under control because hopefully by then I'll be done with the move. And,
but both of you are moving, not moving. Both of you are working on 4th of July, right? Because I thought it was quite perfect because the event will come out. Oh wait, no, it comes out on Wednesday morning because of JP time. Never mind. I was like, oh, it comes out on Wednesday, so I can play with it on Thursday. But I mean, I can still play the event on Thursday, but yeah, it doesn't drop on Thursday. Whoops. Well, hopefully Summer Cuckoo. Well, we're not going to get Summer Cuckoo in the next event, but I mean, Cuckoo is related, but yeah. Okay, thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to these two guys ramble on about stuff. sorry if you really wanted to learn about like I guess Nocnaria or I don't know. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, we didn't
we
even
covered.
talk about this.
Yeah, we
We
covered
talked
most
about
of
it
them.
recently.
We can
one
cover
time
that
ago.
when, like, dude, NA still has weeks before that shit comes out. We're gonna have
Yeah.
another episode. We got nothing to talk about. We can actually deep dive into Summer Servants. You can maybe even make a an announcement to like, oh, do you have anything in particular you want to ask about these characters? And then we can answer those questions. I think that would be a little bit more productive than maybe reading chat live. So there's a lot of things we can plan. It's just like right now it's a bit early. I know a lot of YouTubers already like dipping into that with their content, like what Summer Servant you should roll for, because there's nothing to talk about. So, but definitely have time to decide. And also, Castoria has been so relevant. I don't think anyone cares about talking about her anymore. Like,
Yeah.
she's just
Boring.
Yeah.
content creator mindset. I mean, we need a little bit of content creator mindset because this is
Yeah,
content.
this is content after all. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Yep. Bye bye.